560 WQAM presents The Neil Rogers Show. To talk to Neil, dial 567-0560 in Dade and Broward. In other counties, call toll-free 877-785-NEIL or pound 560 on your AT&T and Verizon wireless phones. The opinions expressed by Neil, his guests, or his callers do not represent those of WQAM management, staff, or sponsors. Now, The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM.
It's Friday, you bastard.
Hey, y'all, it's Brittany again on my blog. Well, I'm still on the road, and oh, hey, Dad, what's up?
Honey, I got your grits. Kevin called, and your is hanging out, okay?
Dang it, I can't believe it. I have to call Kevin back? Anyways, the last city we went to,
Excuse me, Brittany?
Go ahead, Tyrone. Oh, he's on my security detail, y'all.
I hear you. It sounds like you're on the air.
Everywhere, and he watches everything. It's great.
You have a visitor at the gate, and you hanging out.
OMG, someone's at the gate? Oh, hey, London. What's that? Sean Preston fell in a well? Oh, my hanging out. Let me stuff it back in. Thanks, London. That could have been really embarrassing. TTFN, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of embarrassing, here we are again.
Yeah.
Beast is in the studio.
Can you hear me now?
George is out of Gulfstream somewhere, but we can't hear him.
Right. I can hear you.
Really?
Pop me up, Jack.
If you can hear me, how come you're not speaking to me?
I am speaking to you.
Oh, well, there you go. I told you George was there.
I need to be
you get so panicky. Beast is screaming and yelling.
Yeah. Well, we just got connected
screaming
right now.
What?
And all I got to do is deal with this echo.
No, it sounds good on the air. This is the best it's ever sounded from there.
That's all that matters. It's a different headset. I think they're moving me up to the good equipment.
There you go.
I doubt that.
I do, too.
There you go.
So what the hell was going on there? Beast is screaming and carrying on.
I wasn't being sarcastic when I told you that their engineering department is very much like ours, that they don't get people here before noon.
I see.
All right, it sounds good so far.
Well, how come we've always gotten on before? It just goes with the territory this
right.
week. Now, wouldn't you have thought after the debacle that we had yesterday, now I'm still mortified by that, that maybe Duff or Steve Sloan or somebody would have come in this morning before the show and offered an explanation for what the hell's going on with those Neil deals, that whole thing?
Yeah.
No.
Well.
Now, did anybody tell you any more about it after the show yesterday?
No.
No. Gee, I
think I'm going back to bed. I'm going to lay down for a couple hours and then let me know when the races start.
I'll let you know when the party starts.
Yeah, call me when the party started.
The girls are here. The band's here. They're setting up.
The band? Oh, for the party?
Yeah. But hey, what's that got to do with Ultra tonight?
What are you talking about?
Ultra Music Festival tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's all I'm thinking
cares?
about. Me,
you care?
And a lot of other
you're
people.
Going.
That's right.
Why do I care about that?
Oh, you shouldn't.
Alan Strauss did the morning show this morning across the street, as they have the host du jour every day. Different host, different loser, different person who doesn't belong on the air, coming at you. Alan Strauss was one of the, Beast tells me, one of the Dos Amigos, which the other amigo got fired. And also, if this isn't enough excitement, they're replacing the toilets in my place today. They're going to be coming back, knocking on the door eventually. So
what's the, is there a reason for that? They just, hey, new toilets, everybody? Or are they water-saving toilets?
I guess they must be. I don't know. They're putting new toilets in all the units. They're putting new units in every toilet. So Barry Jackass writes this morning in the Herald, which is still printing a print edition, what's happening with Sid Rosenberg since 790 The Ticket dumped him? Rosenberg has drawn interest in Los Angeles, according to a friend, and will also explore return to New York. WQAM, this is the line that's going to send you just skyrocketing off your chair.
Okay, let me put my seatbelt on.
WQAM likes Rosenberg but has no opening.
Of course we do. Of course.
If they fail over there,
right.
We like them.
If they fail anywhere.
And Rosenberg cannot work on air in South Florida until autumn because of a non-compete clause. The ticket dropped Rosenberg because of an issue involving a handicapper. Both parties refused to discuss it and an inability to agree on some elements of his show. One example, the ticket did not want Rosenberg to discuss politics as much. The ticket's considering Jorge Sedano and others to replace Rosenberg, Krantz, Schwartz. And then at the end of Barry's column, he's got a really, this is so scary. What did Warren Sapp do to WQAM's Jim Mandich this week? Collecting an on-air bet against Mandich, Sapp ordered very expensive champagne and ran up a tab of several $1,000s at Prime 112. Mandich, who had to pay the bill, couldn't remember the game they bet on, but I learned a very important lesson. In the future, I'll always know what the stakes are. I think Mandich is losing it. I mean, what kind of a deal is that? He had to pick up a tab of several $1,000s. Who's the real Sapp in that deal, huh? Good God. So that's Barry's contribution to the human race this morning. George is out at Gulfstream. Go see him. Bring him a bunch of money.
That's right.
Now, here's my double so far. 1 and 1. Un and un. Panthers won a big game against the Flyers last night. Unfortunately, though, Montreal, in overtime, they beat Tampa 3-2. Panthers are going to really be sorry about those points they peed away here. Oh, look at this here. Rick Gazarian keeps sending me all these guests available for interviews. Wouldn't you think that some of these people listen to the show know we don't do guests on the show? Haven't done guests in 100 years? Oh, no, got a very bad, and Beast is going to be depressed about this. Celebrity death.
Okay.
Old friend of mine. I never met him in person, but on the phone we talked many a time on the air. Dead. Boston radio celebrity, WBZ, overnights.
Austin Blackie?
I'm waiting for the Beast.
David Brudnoy, no idea.
Larry Glick.
Oh, no. Dead?
Larry Glick is dead at 87. How do you like that?
I'm okay with it.
He had a good show.
Okay.
And then he had Larry Glick's lemonade stand, which, the way things are going right now, we should all open up a lemonade stand. Larry Glick, legendary Boston talkmaster, dies at 87. Larry Glick, legendary talk show host on Boston radio stations, who is best known for his late-night programs, is dead at the age of 87. He had moved to Boca. Oh, well. Died after undergoing open heart surgery yesterday afternoon, according to WBZ News and Program Director Peter Casey. Glick had worked for WBZ for 20 years, building up a faithful following of Glickniks, the radio station said on its website. He most recently worked as a greeter at Legal Seafoods in Boca. When you can't get a job in the business anymore, you work as a greeter in some restaurant. Right? Right?
A meter and a greeter.
Wasn't Mo doing a greeting thing
at Walmart?
Is that noise that I'm hearing coming from there, or probably
silverware?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
They got me doing dishes over here. It's for extra money.
I don't blame them. Glick's career at WBZ reached its zenith when he was host for the station's early morning weekday shows from midnight on. His name became a household word among Night Owl radio fans who were reached by the station's powerful signal in close to 40 states in eastern Canada. He also worked in a 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. spot in the mid-afternoons before leaving BZ in 1987. Glick worked at WHDH, hosting a 10 to 2 show until 1992, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. When he retired, he said he might carry on with his act as a stage hypnotist. Wow. Glick told the Globe in 1991 that he loved the nighttime airwaves because he preferred the audience. I like people better at night, he said. During the day, they're in more of a business frame of mind. At night, they might be the same callers, but they're more relaxed and less stressed. They might have their feet up with a drink next to them while they're listening to the radio. He said he'd like to keep an upbeat pace, didn't get too many lovesick callers. I shoot them off the air if they get too draggy, he said. He shoots them off the air. And most callers ought to be shot on or off the air. But nevertheless, Larry Glick is dead. Boy, he was 87. That's old enough.
Sure.
He was having open heart surgery in Boca, and then, oi!
I'm dying over here.
And that was it. I bet you beasts don't even remember Larry Glick.
I actually saw him do stage hypnosis at my high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And?
It was pretty cool. It was a pretty good show.
He did stage hypnosis at high schools?
Yeah, it was like, we had a big assembly, and there's Larry Glick, and he's on stage doing stuff.
But did you ever listen to his show?
Before my time.
Was it really?
Yeah.
On WBZ, Radio 103. What a great station that was, man. That was a great... Bruce Bradley and Carl DeSouza and Jefferson Kay and Dave Maynard and Jay Dunn and all these people. Jefferson Kay was Jewish, by the way. I forget what his real name was. I just mentioned that for the Beast. I mean, if he was Jewish, does that mean we like him better?
Yes.
I love Jefferson Kay. He was a great DJ. Bruce Bradley hated the music he played. Bruce Bradley was a great DJ, but he hated rock and roll, baby. He hated it. Despised it. Bah! Brandon says your friend Bubba the Love Sponge had some very interesting crap on during his very manly morning show. They were all giving urine samples in front of each other for a drug test. What's more manly than taking a leak into a cup in front of other manly men?
Nothing.
Speaking of Boston and the Kingston Trio, hang down your head, Tom Dooley. They were all peeing into a cup in front of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a good way to, take a peek. Oh, take a peek at that. Look at that one.
Uh-huh.
Bubba the Love Sponge, a real manly guy from the West Coast, a real manly redneck.
Sounds very fratish.
Well, I'm glad that we got on the air today because I told Beast I thought this was going to make it a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday trifecta.
The line came up during the show open. That's how.
Really?
Talk about skating right in there.
Well, that's something good because I couldn't hear the show open. The level was so low it was like on Pluto. The Dow's down 147, by the way, for those who are still participating in such folly. Well, my double today is 1-1, and we got Rick as our contestant. Now, let me ask you, how do we notify? Do we email the contestant, or we call them, or what?
Yes.
Yes, what?
They sign up by email, so when they win, when they are chosen as the contestant, they get an email.
Are they the chosen people?
Yes, that's the chosen person.
So Rick must be Jewish then, huh?
No.
How do you know?
I saw his last name.
Oh. Really?
Yes.
And you can tell by his last name that he's not Jewish?
There are a lot of ways to tell if somebody's Jewish.
Rabinowitz?
Yeah.
Even wrote in the first, trained now by, oh, that's not the one. No, the one in the second race, the one is trained by Nick Zito. Forefathers. Un.
Got it.
But it's way too early. I'm going to.
I know. I'm betting for Beast also. We're all in on this together.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Beast got $20 going here. I'm going to make sure he loses every cent of it. No, I'm going to try for it. I'm going to try to make you a couple of bucks. Too much pressure on Fridays.
No, it's fun. Fun Fridays.
Lots and lots of pressure. Market's under pressure. Big time.
It's Fatwa Friday, you bastard.
I am married, and I'd like to share my life and my age with just one woman. But buying the condoms is so embarrassing, huh? The clerk gives you that look like, uh-oh, somebody's getting some sweet AIDS tonight, huh? You ever try to unwrap one of those things when you're in a big hurry to get your AIDS? Impossible! Plus, by the time you open the condom and put it on, she's not in the mood to give you the AIDS anymore. She still does, though. That Pope, what a smart one. Remember, he is infallible.
Oh, yeah. 10:18 at 560 WQAM. Happy Friday to you. Let's take a look at that schedule, but we got some really heavy-duty crap today. We got Orlando at the Sony Ericsson. Is that a golf tournament, I guess?
Yes.
What? No, it's tennis.
Oh, what do I know?
It's tennis?
Yeah, of course. Key Biscayne.
What do you mean? Yeah, of course. What do I know about
Used to be the Lipton.
Oh, the Lipton. I remember the Lipton. Yeah, big deal. 4 to 7, we got Mad Dog at Make-A-Wish. And then 7 to 11, we got UM and Georgia Tech baseball. I bet you the Beast will be on that game.
Yep.
And then after that, we got the NCAA. We got college hoops. Not going to have an awful lot, though, I guess. But whatever. We'll put on whatever we can get on for free. We'll put it on.
Right.
Now, this weekend, I'm looking. Do I see Geldy on the weekend? I see Adam Cooperstein, Krantz, and the Beast at Mark Light before the UM Georgia Tech baseball game. Wow. Boy, have we got some heavy-duty garbage this weekend. Look at that. And whatever happened to Evan...
Cohen?
No, was that his name?
Evan Cohen, yeah.
Marty Cohen?
He's up in Palm Beach.
He's still in Palm Beach? I thought we were giving him on-air auditions, and they were so crazy about him, and he was going to be the next great white hope, and yada, yada, yada. What happened?
I have no idea.
They gave him a bunch of on-air auditions, like they're doing across the street in the morning now. It's one thing to give people on-air auditions late at night or on the weekend, but in the morning drive, when you want to take a dive, Dow's down about 150 points. So here's a guy with a phone number that's a Vancouver area code, so the thing is obviously all fake. Neil, if you've never been to that place where Amanda spent thousands of dollars with SAP, Prime 112, then you are obviously completely out of touch. Just ask the Beast. You been to Prime 112?
I have not, but I only hear good things.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of it.
But you haven't been there either.
Me?
So that means you must also be completely out of touch.
No, I'm just broke.
Yeah, I'm so out of touch I never heard of the place.
Well, there you go. See, and you guys are there, and I'm up here, and this idiot. Oh, you're out of touch. Yeah, screw you.
Yeah, well, if you haven't heard of it, you're out of touch. That
Vancouver, I've heard of it. And so what does that mean? I've heard of purgatory, too, but I haven't been there yet, so what does that prove?
Oh, yeah, you have.
I've been to hell. I'm in it. Once again this morning, we're all scrambling around.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to get Georgia on the air? Are we going to get this thing going? What's going on here?
I don't know.
You know, Beast is screaming, Steph, can you hear me? Steph. I think that was going on the air, by the way.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
No, because it wasn't in program.
It was on the air. I could hear it.
What the hell?
God, are you giggling again like a little girl?
Somebody's tickling
No
his
wonder
ass
you got
with a
that
feather.
obsession with the hurricanes, man. You're like a little giggly girl. You and Joe Zagacki. Old penis face. Penis puss. Phil says WBZ as a top 40 station was a class act. Juicy Brucey Bradley is occasionally referred to himself as a great night jock. Yes, he was. One of my favorite. I got a cold brewing. And if we didn't have this Gulfstream thing going today, I'd have called in sick.
Yeah. Slacker.
I'm telling you, I got a raw throat, and I'm starting to cough and puke.
Suck it up.
One of my favorite Bruce Bradley lines was his constantly referring to the Kinks as the Kinks for all you queens. I never heard that.
No.
What?
No.
WBZ was the station that made Louie Louie a national hit, by the way, it says. Larry Glick was great, too, says Phil. The real one in Naples, as if that makes any difference, he says. Yeah, it makes a difference, Phil. We want to hear from the real Phil, not the fake Phil. Barry McCockner, one of George's favorite emailers, says this morning on Bubba's show, they got an email from a listener who said you had some guy sitting in with you on the show. Lou or Lee Feldman or Friedman. Yeah, Flea. Can't remember exactly what it says. Sounds like the emailer doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Bubba went on to say he had a lot of respect for you and that he'd like somehow to get in contact with you. I don't want to get into contact with him. I don't talk to radio people. Anyway, love the show when I have no life. Thanks, Barry McCockner. So Barry's evidently a Bubba guy.
Okay.
Oh, and that thing yesterday, the thing with the sponge, Tarpon Springs and the sponge. Bubba loves sponge. See, we both missed that whole thing.
No, the sponge industry is there. They made a movie about it. The Greeks...
In Tarpon Springs?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, somebody sent me an email saying, oh, that had to do with, I think it was Flea.
No.
I don't
Flea
know.
made a sponge comment, but that's because that's where the sponging is done. They dive for sponges there.
I thought there was a lot of sponging going on here, but what do I know?
Well, that's another story.
Guy in Portland, Oregon says, well, we're getting some emails from strange places. Keith Jones, track announcer at Philadelphia Park, got 60 stitches in the face and lost 4 teeth while announcing a minor league hockey game. How do you like that?
All right.
Keith Jones. Never heard of him. I've heard of Keith Jones, the hockey player. Ugly guy. Big schnoz. Penis schnoz. Kind of like Tim Hunter. Anthony in Tamarack says, sorry about yesterday's email. Remember he was giving us a song to dance about movies that should be on that list of the 100 that you have to see, and then most of them were on there?
Mm-hmm.
He says, I should have checked my sources to see if some of those movies were on the list. Yeah, you should have, Anthony, before you open up a big puss. God. I was wondering if you or George had ever heard of Charles Bukowski. Did you ever hear of him?
No.
I didn't either. He is my favorite author, and George might know him because he wrote the screenplay for the 1987 movie Barfly, which is loosely based on a few weeks of his life in the 40s.
Never heard of the man. Saw the movie, though.
Barfly?
Yeah, Mickey Rourke. You would not like it.
Oh.
And
he also loved the racetrack, spent about 5 days a week there. His novels and short stories are easy and enjoyable to read, and finding him was a gift for me. Have a great weekend, says Anthony in Tamarack. Charles Bukowski. Never heard of him. Do you hear of him, Beast?
Never.
No, we don't know who that is.
No.
Although he might be eating at Prime 112 or whatever that place is.
Where?
Whatever that restaurant is where Mandich had to pick up the tab for Warren's sap.
I'm a schlepper. I don't know
who the sap was in that deal. Thousands of dollars. What a waste.
Lots of wine.
People are starving to death. And these goofballs, these jocks, throwing money around like it was water. Mary says, I love your show. I've been listening for at least 20 years. I remember the day George did his first solo. He's very amusing, too. I hope you're all on for as long as you want, says Linda. It says Mary at the top on the... Well, it's Linda. What?
Thanks, Linda Mary.
She remembers the day you did your first solo.
Labor Day.
Was it?
Labor Day 2000, I believe.
Wow, what a memory.
I was crapping my pants. How could I forget?
I've done that.
Yeah. On the air?
No, not on the air.
Well, I almost did. I had to stuff cotton in there to keep from happening.
Almost happened yesterday, though, with all that crap going on. Speaking of crapping in your pants. And they still haven't come in and give us any explanation as to what... That better not happen again next week. I'm telling you that right now. Bunch of lunatics. Evolution bill filed quietly in state Senate. While everyone was racing around between budget committees yesterday, Senator Steve Wise, Republican in Jacksonville, quietly filed a petition, legislation that would change the way Florida schools teach Darwin's theory of evolution. And already these science communities up in arms. Oh, that's another one of these right-wing lunatics. They just won't stop. The flat earth crowd. Mike says, just wanted to say I'm very jealous of George this weekend. I wanted to go to Ultra on Saturday to see the Prodigy and Paul Van Dyke, and unfortunately, I got family in town. George, have a great time and don't drop too many bombs.
I will have a great time, and I don't know what that means.
I don't either. Don't drop too many bombs.
I'm only dropping good things.
Oh, Johnny Blanchard is still dead. We had the news yesterday, but keep sending us some old news. We like it. Oh, I got a spot to do. Just faking the beast out. When in doubt, fake him out. Did you get a little panicky there?
Very.
Did you get your finger near the button and say, oh, geez, oh, the old man's slipping. Blah, blah. Yeah, the old man is slipping. That's what Salazzo said.
It's Friday, you bastard.
All the executives and their families should be executed with piano wire around their necks. My greatest hope.
I've had enough with rich white guys that hide behind their tailored suit and ties. When they get caught raping us and acting dignitly, I'd say take a baseball bat and break their legs and knees and start with AIG. Let's tie piano wire around the CEOs, slice them with a knife from their belly to their nose. Let's tie piano wire around the CEOs and cut off their nuts for stealing from us. Make the fat cock squeal and tie piano wire around the CEOs.
I'm looking for all the CEOs' names, kids, where they live, etc.
Once and for all, let's penalize these Ghana schmucks whose mouths are filled with lies. Let's pull out their nails and wrap their entrails around a Christmas tree and tie these Eucharistic CEOs with piano wire.
If the government can't do this properly, we the people will take it in our own hands and see that justice is done.
Strip them naked and devour their flesh. 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 Strip them naked and devour their flesh.
10:32 at 560 WQAM. I got another celebrity death. George is going to be devastated, even though you probably never heard of this guy.
All right, let me start drinking.
Well, let me give you the poll result first. I faxed a new poll to Eric for the weekend, but I don't think he got it yet. Are you aware of the fact that last night our website was down for hours and our Outlook Express was down? No. Yeah, poll hit a thing.
A bump in the road?
A pole hit a thing. No, a car hit a pole up there, a power block.
Oh, I see.
Down. So the server was out for hours. But I called up Eric, and he had his thumb right on it, and he said, no problem. They're doing something. And it got fixed.
All right.
The most identifiable voice ever is or was. And, boy, I'll tell you, till we got bogged down with that whole business with the needle deal yesterday, which turned into a disaster, although we did sell them all out.
Yeah.
But till we got bogged down, this thing, there were names coming in from everywhere. Right field, left field, you name it. Most identifiable voice ever is or was James Earl Jones, 242. Howard Cosell, 162. Paul Harvey, 65. Good day. I got to blow my nose. Can I do that? I'm telling you, I'm getting the sniffles. Oh. From stress, man. Too much stress from this place. Lawsuit. Greg, it's a suit. It's a suit, Greg. Poor Muff Boy. She's sure been through it, hasn't she? She's seen it all.
Yeah. You think you got stress.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, 44. Walter Cronkite, 31. John Wayne, 31. The Duke. Gilbert Gottfried, 25. Wolfman Jack, 18. John Facenda, 17. Scott Farrell, 16. Beast's good buddy. Mel Blanc, 16. Geldy Geldstein, 16. Oh, man, what a voice. Vincent Price, 15. Barry White, 14. Mike Tyson, 13. Peter Lorre, 12. But there's 100 names on here.
Yeah.
Take us till midnight to get through, which is
put
good.
Everything on there.
Fran Drescher, the Nanny, 12. Rod Serling, 11. Don LaFontaine, 11. Harry Carey, 10. Humphrey Bogart, 8. Ricardo Montalban, 7. Bela Lugosi, 7. Eartha Kitt, 6. Jaime Schmendrick, 5. Ishka Bibble, 5. George just made up some names and put them on here. They got votes, of course. George Burns, 5. Jerks. Jason Jackson, 4. Coming at ya. And Abortion. Casey Kasem, 4. Ernie Anderson, 4. Thurl Ravenscroft, 4. Michael Buffer, 4. Boris Karloff, 4. Foster Hewitt, 3. Johnny Most, 3. We was robbed. We was robbed. Speaking of Larry Glick croaking, Johnny Most died a long time ago.
Loved him.
And a lot of us had a party. What?
I loved him.
You love Johnny Most?
Of course.
Boy, he was just, I mean, everybody likes a homer for their team, but he was just so far over the top. Over the top. Distorted the game. We was robbed. Every time there was a foul against the Celtics, we was robbed. He made me nauseous. He made me hate the Celtics like poison. But you loved him because you were a Boston guy.
Yes, sir.
I bet you loved Fred Cusick, too, if you had any good taste.
Of course.
Fred Cusick was great. Johnny Most was. I'm not saying Johnny Most wasn't an exciting announcer. He was good, but you had to hate him. Just like I'm sure people who didn't like the Pirates hated Bob Prince. You know, too bad. He was the best. The best. Hey, Neil, can we hear some Mike Lang? No. Harry Callis, 3. Christopher Lee, 2. Jim McKay, 2. Dick Nixon, 2. Don Cox, 2. Tom Brokaw, 2. Phyllis Diller, Jason Robards, Jackie Lee, Sly Stallone, Mitch Lewis, and Barbara Walters each had 1. How could Jackie Lee be on this?
Because somebody said his name.
Yeah, because he sent it in and voted for himself, probably. I'm telling you. Man's got an ego the size of Mount Rushmore. Vin Scully and Lauren Green didn't get any.
Huh.
Now, how could Vin Scully get no votes? Goes to show you the parochialness of the South Florida crowd, you know? We don't have too many... First of all, too many sports fans, number 1. We certainly don't have too many baseball experts, number 2. And we don't have a lot of people from the West Coast, so they don't know from the Dodgers. What about when he did the Brooklyn Dodgers? So we have all these New Yorkers. Huh?
Yeah.
A no-hitter, a perfect game for Sandy Koufax. Oh, boy.
He is boring. But I'll tell you, he's better than most of those cookie-cutter announcers they got, you know, like Dave O'Brien. And the Bookster. How'd you like that MySpace thing we got from the Bookster yesterday?
Oh, my God, I bookmarked it. I bookmarked it.
It was really something. Here's the death. Strap yourself in now.
All right.
What's going on there at Gulfstream, by the way? It's a really
all
big weekend. Florida Derby
things.
tomorrow? Yeah. All of these things?
Yeah.
All of these things.
Anybody come by and see you yet and bring you a bag of money?
No, not yet.
Maybe Shirley will come by again. Shirley Yan and bring you another $40.
She said she probably would not be able to make it today.
Oh, yeah. That's because she knows you expect cash.
Not at all.
Bill Bogash is dead.
Who?
Huh?
Flash Bogash, pioneering roller derby star.
Oh.
Come on, George. You should know that.
I don't watch
men.
That
should be right up your alley,
games.
Sally.
I don't watch the men's roller derby.
Flash Bogash started out as a team with his mother, fellow roller derby Hall of Fame star Josephine Ma Bogash.
Oh, Josephine's son.
He was also a coach and popular player rep for the something.
What?
I don't know.
Oh,
I can't. Chopped off. He launched his legendary career on skates as a teenager during the Great Depression when he teamed up with his mother. He's died. He was 92. That's plenty old enough.
Wow.
92.
They were probably skating on wooden wheels then.
Bogash, a resident of Yucca Valley, died of respiratory failure March 20th at his High Desert Media Center in nearby Joshua Tree, said his wife Georgia. High Desert Media Center, whatever that is. Joshua Tree. Did you ever hear of Joshua Tree?
It's a U2 album.
Yeah.
You two suck.
Yeah.
Is it suck or they sucks?
You two sucks.
Sucks. Billy Bogash was truly one of the greatest stars on the bank track, wrote Gary Powers, executive director and curator of the National Roller Derby Hall of Fame in New York City. He shaped and guided the sport like few other skaters, was instrumental in helping make roller derby the sensation it became during the late 40s and early 50s when the bank track sport was the talk of the nation. Yeah, it used to be on TV, roller derby.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see it?
Yeah, in the 40s and 50s, all the time.
No, I'm sure that they must...
It keeps getting revived. So, yeah, we used to watch it on TV somewhat.
Somebody croaked at Woodbine yesterday, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Wasn't you, was it?
No.
Okay.
I had a fine day. I sneaked back out there last night and had a really good night. Quick hit. That's where it's at, baby. Quick hit. Dubbed Mr. Roller Derby by his fellow skaters, Bogash launched his 23-year skating career in 1935 when he was only 18 years old. The impetus came when Bogash and his mother, Josephine, attended the first transcontinental roller derby race at Chicago Coliseum in August of that year. Roughly patterned after the 6-day bicycle races and Depression-era dance marathons and walkathons, the Transcontinental Roller Derby was the brainchild of Leo Seltzer. I wonder if he was kin to Alka. He was the former owner of a chain of Oregon movie theaters who staged commercial walkathons before tapping into the popularity of roller skating. And George don't even know from Flash Bogash.
No.
Well, you pretend to be a roller derby, a roller skating expert.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Doesn't he pretend to be Beast?
That's all he talks about.
Yeah, roller derby.
But what's going on right now? Local stuff. People I know. That's all I know about.
What's going on right now?
Roller derby.
No, I think a break's
April 4th. Huge bounce.
It's Friday, you bastard.
Oh, yeah, I love March Madness. You know, all those college guys, so buff and tall and black and tall. You know I'm an LA girl, so, you know, I'm like totally rooting for Yukla and Usk. They're hot. Oh, I like BYU, too. I went to a party there once, and it was BYUB, bring your used-up vagina. Well, I gotta run. I'm gonna go have my own Final Four. And, of course, by Final Four, I mean I'm gonna go bang 4 guys. I hope they have huge wieners. That's Faroche.
I guess she forgot, Paris, that Joyce has a real problem with penis and vagina. 10:45 at 560 WQAM. We got Beast in the studio. We got George out there at Gulfstream. We're getting ready for a big day.
All right.
Plunge his guts out. So our contestant is Rick.
Right.
Now, somebody named Rick Reyes. Is that who it was?
Maybe. I don't know.
It says, longtime fan, you called the name Rick for the contest tomorrow. Just curious if the Rick is me. Pick me a wiener, please, if it's me. If not, good luck to whoever it is. Rick Reyes.
It's
but
possible.
if it was him, we would have emailed him, right?
Right. Or something. Or somebody would have called him. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know how they do that.
Oh, maybe, maybe not. Oh, another one of these phony contests we got going here. Wow, this place is amazing.
We email him.
Another one of these scams like we had yesterday. That was an abortion. That was, I mean, I could do the whole show on that. I could just sit here and rant and rave.
Go ahead.
I could. I mean, talk about embarrassment. I mean, we're only doing the stuff on the air. It's our responsibility to, get this stuff done, get her done, and God forbid that we should know what the hell they're doing behind the scenes. All the little hanky-spanky that they're pulling. And the fact that Duff and your close personal friend Steve Sloan, is Steve out there today?
Yes, he is.
So why don't you ask him? I mean, don't you have at least one ball? All this.
Hey, Steve, what happened yesterday?
Is he there?
Yeah, he's sitting right next to me.
And?
Yeah, answer him. Go on mic. You got a mic? Pot him up.
Yeah, pot his ass up.
Ear.
That was down 114. So what's the story? What's going on with that, Steve? What kind of scam are you guys pulling?
It's a great scam, Neil. How are you? No, what happened was the company that we work with read the email as going on sale at 12:01 a.m., not 12:01 p.m., and they put it on sale and sent out an email to all the people that buy their certificates. And
why did they do that?
Because after 6 or 7 hours of it not selling out, that's what they do. They try to move them, help us move them. So at 7 o'clock, I got the same email that everybody else was reporting to you that they got, and we called them and said, no, it's not on sale yet. So they stopped it, and
how does that explain why it wasn't showing to me on the page how many were left?
Because they had sold about 30 of them prior to that, And
about 30, man.
And then there was about 70 left, and they didn't do a countdown from that point because they weren't able to figure out how many at the time. And
really,
it was moving too fast.
Sounds like a real bunch of crap to me.
Yeah, that's true, but it is what it is. That they made a mistake. They were very apologetic. They apologized up and down, and of course it only happens when I do one of these promotions. So that's the way it worked. Won't happen again, they promised.
Well, let me ask you, George, are you satisfied with that explanation?
I don't care.
Oh, yeah, you don't care. It was obvious
I'm at the
yesterday.
track. I'm going to get some free lunch.
I'm drowning in a sea of incompetence on that
do
end,
what we can
and George doesn't care.
It's beyond our control. It's beyond our
but
power.
at least you should care a little bit of it. The embarrassment factor, the humiliation and the degradation of showing up here every day on this station.
I'm not going to,
Can you imagine how bad it would be if people could actually hear this station?
Yeah, well,
then we'd really be embarrassed. Here's an email that says it all. You want to hear it?
Please.
Short, to the point. Is it too late in your career for you to care about a one-currency world?
Wow.
Yeah, it's too late in my career.
I could not have expected that in a million years. If we had placed bets, what do you think this next email is going to be about? I could have named 1,000 things and still not hit it.
A one-currency world. I don't want to miss the first race at Tampa Bay Downs, by the way.
And then we can talk about a one-time zone world.
The Beast is dying to hear your friend Richard Grundner, or whatever his name is.
Who isn't?
Race where it was 1 1/8 on paper, it was 1 1/8 on the track. Chocolate Candy, by losing all of that ground, ran closer to 1 1/4. Now we have to talk about the obvious negatives. This is a horse, like most horses in Southern California, that has not run on dirt. We have no idea how he's going to take to it, and the Beyer boys certainly have not been impressed with Chocolate Candy. His career best figure of a 91 in the El Camino Real Derby certainly pales in comparison to the leading 3-year-olds of this crop. But
well, there you go, to this crop. Let me see what time, post time is it. I already told you once, Beast, but you've forgotten, so did I.
12 something, right?
Tampa Bay Downs, let's see. Oh, we got Fairgrounds tonight. Meadowlands, Mountaineer, Woodbine, Flamborough. Come on, how about we show on the schedule what's going on today? There we go, Tampa Bay Downs, 12:25. And Gulfstream, of course, 1:15, and the second race for Rick will be 1:45. 1:44 to be exact.
The Rick, who was the contestant, has been alerted and knows who he is.
And it's not Rick Reyes?
No.
Sorry, Rick Reyes, it ain't you. Sorry. He has been alerted. Are we sure of that?
Yes.
Because that explanation, that bogus story that Steve Sloan just made up, that sounds real suspect to me. Just kidding, Steve. They screwed up. Certainly QAM wouldn't screw up. We know that.
Right.
The company that's in charge of that crap, that, oh, yeah. They screwed it up. Not QAM.
That's right.
We don't screw nothing up. I wonder when they're going to come and change my toilets. And I sure hope they don't make a hell of a lot of noise. Well, I'll close the door, but who knows. The fake Joe Bell sends me an email about the Beast. One of the things Beast is famous for is his Hawaiian shirts. Yeah, I used to wear those. All fat people used to wear those. Like
I haven't worn a Hawaiian shirt in the better part of a decade.
Yeah, neither have I. Since a lot of people criticize you for looking like a homeless person, why don't you ask the Beast to hook you up with a few of his shirts? Oh, yeah, can you hook me up with a few of your shorts?
Sure.
No. Can you believe that? That's almost as good as the one about the one world currency.
I think that's the real Joe Bell, by the way.
No, it is not. Why do you say that?
Because I think he's very attuned to my attire.
Are you saying that Joe Bell's got the hots for you? Is that what you're saying? Well, I guess so now that Fat Chris is, moved on to another part of the daytime.
Yeah, the nighttime.
For air or not, says George.
Yeah, you might want to read that off the air first, and then you decide if you want to start talking about that.
That doesn't surprise me. Once a slime ball, always a slime ball. It's about Sid, but I'm not reading it on the air.
Right, nevertheless, that's just so you know.
Please?
Please what, read it on the air?
Yeah.
Why?
Just forward it to the Beast or something, or I will.
Oh, you don't know about it?
I'll send you your own copy.
Yeah, he'll send you a copy. But don't put it on the air. We don't know if that's true or not. Where did that come from?
Somebody over here at the track told me.
Oh. Let's see. Here's one that says, what's your take on under 18 kids distributing nude photos of themselves? If convicted, they're required to register as sex offenders. Crazy. To each its own. That's my comment. Que sera, sera. I'm more worried about one world currency.
When and why?
Yeah. Oh, Holy Moses is right. Something about Rush and some silly thing. It's supposed to be funny. Not funny. Steve Sloan is the best over 40 basketball player in the history of Cooper City, says Bob from Melbourne. Well, what does that mean?
I don't know.
He plays the hoops? Josh Friedman does not wear a Hawaiian shirt. He just wears Hawaii, says the fake Jim DeFetus. Josh Friedman. Why do we care about Josh Friedman? Do you care about him besides the fact he stinks and he's an idiot?
I know everything I need to know.
Smells really bad.
I understand he's a nice guy, though, I'm told.
Not.
He's a very nice guy.
Josh Friedman?
Yeah, without a doubt.
What are you talking about?
He swears he's a nice guy. I never noticed.
Yeah, that's because he's fat. All fat people stick together.
Well, that's
No. Ever since he had
the grease.
He had babies. He's very nice.
He had babies?
He has twin daughters.
He had them. It sure looked like he had them. It looked like the Octopop. So ever since his wife had babies, now all of a sudden it makes him a nice guy?
He really is a great guy.
He's a great guy. Then how come George was always ripping him such an ass and talking about how disgusting he was and he smelled and...
George hates everybody.
Yeah. And I don't get along with anybody.
Here's the new poll. Oh, you got to add one on here. Can the Beast do it? Do you know how to add one on the poll?
I'll figure it out.
Ben Ginsberg. You know the guy with the orange hair? The right-wing, the Nazi Jew? Who's the most self-hating Jew of all time? Jew Lieberman's got 7, Jackie Mason 3, Alan Combs 1, Paul Wolfowitz 1, Ron Silver 1, none yet for Mort Zuckerman, Richard Pearl, or David Frum. David Frum should have a lot. He's a real piece of turd. And you're going to add Ben Ginsberg. Got it?
On there.
It is on there? Boy, you are, once in a while, you are useful. Ben Ginsberg. I see it. No votes yet, but he'll get some votes if they know who he is. A real rabid right-winger. Bah! Bah! He should be in South Florida, Ben Ginsberg. Bah! Okay, another death. Another death. Sit on the edge of your seat, and after the break, after the top of the hour, another stiff.
This is the Neil Rogers Show.
Who is pinching Joe's nuts?
This is your brain. Any questions?
Tight little island full of gay romance. Oh. They wear gay sandals and they wear tight pants. Sun-drenched top to bottom every day. Blessed with the miracle of being gay. The very best of faggots in the USA. Giving big, big pleasure in a big, big way. The very best of faggots in the USA. Giving big, big pleasure in a big, big way. Chesterfield.
Join the big swish to Chesterfield Queen. New choice of the fags of America.
It's 11:01 at 560 WQAM. Here's your celebrity death, and I'm sure you never heard of this person either.
All right.
What?
I said all right.
So what's going on out there at Gulfstream? A whole bunch of people lined up to see you and get your autograph?
Oh, absolutely. What's her name? Mickey, who you know from the track, came by to say hi again.
Oh, I love Mickey.
She's
Do you
great.
give her a big kiss from me?
Big sloppy wet one.
Boy, she must be 100 years old by now, just like me.
105.
We're getting old, Mickey.
She ain't here. I said, stick around so you can hear Neil say hi back, and just like the other time.
She ran away.
Yeah, she ran away.
Well, I chase everybody away. You know me.
Yep.
Sooner or later, I chase them all away. Connie Zimet is dead.
Who?
Ellie Brecher writes in Herald. Ellie has been reduced to writing obits about dead people.
Obitches?
As opposed to obits about live people. Sometimes sultry, sometimes snappy, sometimes over-the-top New York schmoozy, jingle singer and voiceover artist Connie Zimet promised that Coke was the real thing, Norwegian cruises are as far from every day as a ship can take you, and yada, yada, yada. In Word and Song, Zimet pitched thousands of products in her long career, including Apple computers, Fresca soda. Boy, I love Fresca. Pell-Mell cigarettes. That's why I played the Chesterfield Queens. Pell-Mell. There used to be a big, fat guy with a big, fat head, Frank something, who used to do Pell-Mell spots 100 years ago. Frank something. Ajax scouring powder, Chevrolets, and Godfather's pizzas. How do you like that? Godfather's. In the end stages of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease, she contracted bronchitis and died at home in Plantation on Tuesday. She was 67. That's not very old, especially when you're 66. The versatile performer acted in off-Broadway plays, sang in nightclubs, made records. She was the voice of Lucy on an album version of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, and in 1971 as Connie Z narrated The Way to Become the Sensuous Woman for Atlantic Records. Published in 1969, the book, The First-Person Erotic Manual by Jay, was a classic in the sexual revolution. Zimet grew up in Indianapolis and Pittsburgh, the daughter of a traveling salesman and a one-time dancer. Her only sibling, a brother, drowned in childhood. Boy, really depressing. At a time when we need like a little chuckle, you know, like that. Yeah. All these people dying and depressing stories. She began acting in local productions and summer stock theater at the age of 8 and went to New York at 17. It goes on and on. There's no point in reading all of this because we don't know who she was. I bet the Beast knows who that is. Connie Zimet.
No idea.
Sure you do.
No, I don't.
You're just playing dumb, so you don't want to embarrass us.
Right.
Now, you know, last week or the week before when we were talking about Prince Spaghetti House?
Yes.
And I was getting so much misinformation.
Yes.
Now, maybe we can straighten, you know, I've got a bunch of stuff here in my pile, but most of it is crap, as usual.
Yes.
What's the real story? The place that exists today was not related to the old Prince Spaghetti House? Is that what you're telling me?
No, in Saugus on Route 1, there's Prince...
Are you starting to talk through your teeth like Eric Reed now? In Saugus on Route 1, yes. Howard does that, too.
A place called Prince Pizza...
Yeah.
Which may or may not have originally been started by the people that started Prince Spaghetti, but now has nothing to do with it.
Bob Prince?
Right. Now, in Lowell, Mass., there was the Prince Spaghetti Factory, and they had a restaurant there called the Prince Grotto that I ate at.
Yeah, I bet you did.
In like the early 80s.
Just like me. When you're in New England, man, you eat and you eat and you eat and you eat.
Of course. Look at me.
Yeah, look at me. I got a weak stomach. And
that's the story.
That's the story?
What do you want to know? Wednesday's Prince Spaghetti Day. I don't know.
No, there was a whole chain of Prince Spaghetti houses in Boston in the early 60s when I lived there.
Well, by the time I got to the early 80s, there was only one.
Really?
See.
I bet there was more than one Brigham's.
Oh, without a doubt.
All over the place. I told that story many, many times. That I had a friend, we used to have a contest to see who could eat the most hot fudge sundaes, because they were small. Remember, they're very small? Like in a little tin thing?
Right.
And we were too embarrassed to order more than one in one place, so we would go from one Brigham's to another and just keep ordering hot fudge sundaes till we practically passed out.
We'd always go to Brigham's to get a raspberry lime Ricky.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that Ricky as in Ricky Williams or Ricky as in Ricky Ticky? Ricky Ticky, who's giving me show advice these days. He never followed up on that unctuous email he sent me on MySpace.
With more advice?
No, not with more advice. With something, with a clarification, an apology, a heartfelt something. I don't know.
Well, maybe you'll meet him 3/4 of the way.
I'm not meeting him any part of the way.
Maybe
since when is he directing this show? Everybody in the world wants to tell me how to do this show. I think I'm doing okay for an old fart.
Okay.
Not great, but okay. And someday, when they get that new stick up there and somebody can hear the damn signal, then we'll do even better.
We'll be
What do you laugh every time I say that?
Oh, Steph was making a face.
You don't think it's going to happen?
It'll happen. I just ain't holding my breath.
Don't forget somebody sends me a picture of two weird guys, and I have no idea who they are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Miami. I don't know who these people are. Weird. And I'm just going to delete it.
Okay. Is it me and Steph?
How about that nasty Nazi bitch Joyce Kaufman for your poll? Now, didn't a whole bunch of people tell us she's not Jewish, Joyce Kaufman, even with a name like that? She's Jamaican, man?
I thought she was. I thought she was like a Puerto Rican Jew or something like that.
Really? Is that what you think?
You can be both things, you know.
I don't know. She's small potatoes. All you parochial people, all your local talk hosts on these make-believe stations and everything, what's wrong with you people? Jesus God.
What about Randy? What about this one?
Grow up already. There is nothing. I'll tell you right now. There is nothing in the world worse than radio groupies. Nothing. Oh, and guess who emailed me again yesterday and said, please don't block me, and blah, 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 blah. And Randy invited me to help her move her house, blah, blah, blah.
Al Rogers.
Yeah. And you know what I did?
Blocked him.
Blocked him again. We don't want to hear from you. We don't want to smell you. We don't want to know from you. We don't care if you're dead or alive. Hopefully dead. You're an idiot. You're a stalker. You're a goofball. You're a jerk.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say go away. That's what I'm trying to say. Go away.
Go away.
Yeah. Get lost. And if you're thinking of leaving the show, Al.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to leave, and I'm never going to listen to you again, and blah, 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 and you blocked me. Yeah, go away. Go away. You're an idiot. See, that's one thing about that crowd. When they know that you don't want anything to do with them, like the guy with the eyes, then all of a sudden they keep showing up. Just to be irritating.
They double up.
Am I right?
They double their efforts. That's right.
Just because they live to be annoying.
They're social misfits. They don't have real friends.
No life.
Right.
So that wasn't very informative about Prince Spaghetti House. I don't think you ever even ate there.
Yes, I did.
They had the best spaghetti and meatballs, which I know is not Italian, but nevertheless, they had the best spaghetti and sausage. Oh, my God. To die for. To die for. That's how good it was. And speaking of Boston, I will say this. There are many restaurants in the North End, many Italian restaurants that are highly overrated. There's a lot of bad food in the North End. At least there used to be.
Yeah, that's true. But there's some really good restaurants, too.
But there's some really bad ones. And supposedly the North End in Boston is the place in America for Italian food.
It is.
That ain't no Rome, but then again, what is? Neil says, I lived in Tarpon Springs for 6 years. It was a great place to live. It's a Greek town with good Greek food and nice people. Do you like Eros? Pronounced G-Y-R-O, pronounced Eros? He's got Eros.
Yeah.
Are they paying beast with a grub steak? Grub steak is a cowboy term where if they don't have money, they pay you with food, says Neil Blake. At the track, grub steak is like, having a few bucks to get started with.
Is that right?
I have to have a grub steak. I need a grub steak.
There was a guy in Detroit named Pete Shapiro, lawyer, dead many years ago now, cocaine, dead. And at the time I owned my trotters, he and a friend of his also owned some horses.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to say, knock, knock, who's there? Peach. Peach who? Pete Shapiro.
Oh.
I need a grub steak.
I went with him one time to Raceway Park in Toledo to the Thoroughbreds, the track where even the patrons have brace bandages, and the jockeys. And I lost my ass that day.
I need a grub steak.
Meaning he needed a few $100 to get started. He didn't get it from me, I'll tell you that. He's dead.
Oh. Well, good.
Evil guy, Pete Shapiro. Dead. Maria B. Chimes in again. Nice to have Maria B. back with us. 6:40 p.m. last night. She says, the Dow is up. The Dow is up. Yeah, big deal. It was 14,000 a few weeks ago. Now it's 8,000. No, now it's down 121 at 7,800. Next thing you know, it'll be 77. Maria says, when I finished up in the closing bell today, you were on my mind. I was wondering if you have taken notice in this massive rally we have on our hands. You know, the one I've been recommending for months, the Obama bounce. I was wondering if your recent hot-handed Woodbine has outperformed the market. Has it? Yes. Yes, it has. By far. This month alone, the strong American market has provided a 19% return. I'm sure you've noticed in this time span the weakness in the U.S. dollar and how the loonie has gone from a low of 77 cents to 81 cents in the month of March. Big deal. You see, sir, your earning power has been cut along with the rest of the working class. Our federal government is pumping the system with cash. Unless you own assets like stocks and real estate that benefit from the inflation that's being created, you'll be left behind. Oh. Furthermore, you live abroad, so you're going to get squeezed even harder because as all of this plays out, the U.S. dollar will test new lows. I love that expression, testing new lows. Don't you love that?
Oh, yeah.
That means you'll be dealing with $1.05 loonie versus the U.S. dollar on the slash salary. Sir, all of this could have been avoided if you took me up on the Invest for Your Future Friday segment. Anyhow, no love losses. I wish you and George good luck with your pick-a-pony bet tomorrow.
Wow.
Best regards, Maria B.
Thanks, Maria. I think Rick Riley is the fake Maria B.
Bag-eyed bitch.
Yeah.
O'Neill. Friday, you bastard.
Jesus Christ, movie star. Are you as Mel Gibson says you are?
Mel Gibson used to be the star of Lethal Weapon. Now he's making movies about the crucifixion. People in the theaters are bound to ask, it was okay, but was it as good as Mad Max?
Jesus Christ, movie star. Rex Reed and the Pope give you 4 stars. Jesus Christ, take a look. Don't see the film till you read the book. Jesus Christ, on the screen. Glad there was no orgy scene. Jesus Christ, deity. Finally got your name in variety. Jesus Christ, movie star. Are you as Mel Gibson says you are?
Guess who's still alive? Rex Reed.
Yeah? That
Well, I
surprises
mean,
you?
they mentioned Rex Reed in that bit, so I looked it up.
Okay.
He's still alive. She's still alive.
Yes?
Rich Pachter says the name is Zimet. Connie Zimet.
Who?
The chick who died.
Oh.
Don't be so insensitive, will you, when people croak?
Sorry.
Probably most familiar is the voice of the Burdines radio spots. I don't remember those, do you?
Nope.
Very nice lady, a mentor and teacher for many voiceover people. Was thrilled to have her read my copy for a spot I produced a while back, said Rich Pachter. The Pachter Factor. His show will be on soon on QAM. Maybe across the street, Rich Pachter will be auditioning for that morning show.
Hey, why not? Well, has he failed somewhere?
No, that's true. He doesn't qualify.
Yeah.
The fake Tom Jicka says Connie was a mentor to many aspiring voiceover people in South Florida since the early 80s, myself included. Oh. A wonderful lady and cheerleader. She was on Sandy Payton's show quite often. What a shame, what a voice. What a shame. Well, happens to the best of us. They stick us in a box. In B's case, they'll stick him in a piano crate. Face down.
Why face down?
I don't know. Why not?
So his friends have a place to park their bikes.
So the horse is coming out yet for the first race? No, it's an hour away.
Right.
No, it's 2 hours away. 2 hours? You've got to be kidding me. This week it seems like an eternity. Wednesday we couldn't get on the air the first hour. I had to do on the BlackBerry for an hour.
These are all things that make life interesting.
No, they don't. These are things that make life aggravating.
Thrills.
And then yesterday we had this hocus pocus crap with our Neil deal, which ordinarily goes as smooth as butter, as somebody would say. Smooth as butter. So what time is her show on? Is she back on the air yet? Or
No.
Oh. The radio groupies, the light bulb crowd. Yeah. Oh, well, what time is the Rick Spiderman show on now, Neil? What time is Norma Kent going to be on that station nobody knows about? He really frosts my ass, man. He really pisses me off big time. But you know what? I'm not going to send him an email. I'm not going to call him. I'm going to pretend I never heard his name. Scott says, my all-time self-hating Jew for the pool, Rabbi Baruch Korf, defender of Nixon over Watergate. I remember him. When the Watergate scandal broke in 1973, Korf staunchly defended Nixon, founding the President Nixon Justice Fund and the National Citizens Committee for Fairness for the Presidency. On his deathbed, Korf falsely claimed that Diane Sawyer was Deep Throat. Well, she might have been Deep Throat, but not the one from Watergate. I thought Linda Lovelace was Deep Throat.
Yes, she was. Well, no, well.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Never mind what?
Nothing. We can't say anything anymore, so just never mind.
Oh, you were going to say something really dirty?
Disgusting, filthy.
Gross. Well, don't do it.
I won't.
And then he's also got Rabbi Yehuda Levin, co-chairman of Pat Buchanan's 96 presidential campaign, pursues social issues with a vengeance. It started in October 78, Levin said. I was a something-year-old yeshiva student in New York City. I saw a sign calling for a protest against gay rights. This opened up a whole new thing for me, and one day I discovered the culture which I hadn't known of because of my Orthodox upbringing. Scott says, boy. He also says, I wonder if they still sell Prince spaghetti sauce in the stores up there. Up there, meaning, I guess, Boston. You think?
I don't think.
No, I'm not asking you. I'm asking you. You've never even been in Boston. What the hell do you know about it?
Nothing.
I'm asking the fatso there, Beast. And he's not responding.
I'm right here.
Do they still sell Prince spaghetti sauce in the stores?
I'm almost positive they do.
Really?
I know they sell the pasta.
Prince pasta. Well, so you can still make Wednesday Prince Spaghetti Day.
Of course.
Boy, those restaurants were just to die for and from.
When was the last time you were there?
In Boston?
Yeah.
A long time ago. I couldn't even tell you the year. Got to be like 10 years ago. I bet you that Childs isn't there on Boylston Street anymore either.
No idea.
You don't remember Childs where they had those great banana splits? Oh, my God.
Remember Julia Childs?
No, not Julia's Child. Childs. It was a restaurant and dessert joint.
We used to go to Emac and Bolio's.
Yeah. Emac and Bolio's was in South Florida, too, in Plantation or Sunrise, whatever that is. Emac and Bolio's. I did an appearance there in a long time ago. Back in the Zeta day. Emac and Bolio's was from New England?
Yeah, from Boston.
Well, it's probably too good for South Florida because it didn't last very long. That's one thing I don't understand. In a place where it's hotter than hell 90% of the year, you would think that being in the ice cream business would be a shoo-in, guaranteed. And there are more ice cream places that go out of business. In the fountain shops in Plantation there on Broward Boulevard,
yeah,
there was a place called White Mountain Creamery or something like that. And they had the best damn stuff, man. It was like gelato, only even better. It was great. All these neat flavors. They lasted about 10 minutes. Now, somebody would say, well, it's because it's in the fountain shops. Everything goes out of business there. But it was great. So many ice cream joints have come and gone in South Florida. Wouldn't you think ice cream would be like one of the most popular things in a place like that with weather like that?
Yeah.
But it's not. Maybe because you got so many old farts there, maybe they just don't know how to gum the ice cream properly. Maybe that's it.
What's not to know?
It's not good for the dentures.
Yeah, maybe they get that extra cold sensation when they take the dentures out in their gums.
I think that would feel good.
The extra cold thing where your forehead feels like it's going to split wide open?
On your gums. I mean, I have cold-sensitive teeth. If I didn't have any teeth, I'd eat ice cream a lot more.
You have cold-sensitive teeth?
Yeah. Teats.
I'll be damned.
Cold-sensitive teats. Put an ice cube on them. Watch what happens.
So our thinking is if the Pamplemousse and Niles show up in the Santa Anita Derby, we're probably gonna wait a week.
Oh, there's Todd Pletcher. I wonder if he's getting Del Pletcher. I sure hope not for his sake. Del Pletcher. I should Google him and see if he's dead. I mean, you don't want to call somebody a crook and a thief while they might still be alive, you know. Del Pletcher from Indiana. And his brother, Dwayne Pletcher from Howe, Indiana. He used to live right down the street from me in Howe, Indiana when I worked in Sturgis, Michigan, 1966. I hit all the lowlights in Michigan, man. All the high spots. Albion, Marshall, Sturgis, Hillsdale. What a career, huh? Those were the days. All those nighttime trips to Hazel Park in Detroit. I think George and the Beast have both left me. No, this is so boring what you're talking about. Now let's get back to the roller derby.
The roller derby, sure. April 4th.
Charlie B says, I bought a new product from a company recently. I got it within 6 days after payment, which is very fast. In addition, I have checked the quality, which is very good. How can I forget to introduce it to you? You can have a look, and it's got a link, ChinaAgentSeller.com. It's a website. If you buy the product, please tell them I'm the introducer. In this way, I can have offers when I buy the product next time. Well, what does that mean?
Sounds like a pyramid scheme to me.
Yeah, it sounds like a scam. Sounds like, what's his name there with the big head of black hair, the Herbalife. Buy the products. Try the products. Buy the products.
How about Monavi?
What?
This new, it's like an acai juice beverage that all these people are hawking.
Never heard of it. It's an infomercial?
It's a big pyramid scheme. Like, you know, we have big Monavi tasting parties and get suckered in.
Like Herbalife. And what was the other big pyramid scam? What?
Shakely products?
Shakely, that was one, yeah.
Amway?
Amway, another one.
That chick stuff, that Mary Kay.
Mary Kay Cosmetics. Are you knocking old Mary Kay?
I didn't
Never tried any of that. 11:27 at 560 WQAM. We got the big first and second races from Gulfstream, 114 and 144 and whatever. And for Rick, that second race, that's the big one. The first one's just for George and the Beast.
Yeah.
It's Friday, you bastard.
Blame it on my childhood. My lawyer says it's worked quite well for some. 'Cause I've been looking around for an excuse to explain my quirks. You can't recognize me. My doctors have bleached out my ethnicity, and I keep children around, and they sleep inside my bed. People say that I am gay. That is why I married Lisa Marie. It's way too late to compensate with this song that's really bad. Blame it on my childhood and all of those toys that I never had. The only G.I. Joe in my life was my drunk and abusive dad. Before you judge me and call me freaky, let me whine and pout and say,
You fairy.
I blame it on my childhood.
26 till noon at 560 WQAM. We got the Beast in the studio. We got George out at Gulfstream, who's very quiet today.
Well, I wasn't going to interrupt the Boston restaurant conversation. I had nothing to add to that.
No, you have nothing to add because you've never been there. What do you know about Boston?
Nothing.
Before you croak, you need to go to Boston. It's a great city.
I'll write it on my list.
Beast will vouch for that.
Without a doubt.
Beast can take me and pay for the trip.
Come on up, man.
Come on in.
We'll
Come
have
on
some
in.
Boston beans.
I'm on in. I'm on in. Every time I see that scene now with the carpet, you know, in Godfather 2, I keep listening very, very alertly, you know. I clean the wax out of my ears with my fingers with a ballpoint pen, and then I'm on in.
Yeah?
That's what he says. I'm on in.
I'm not doubting you.
It's really interesting how the young Clemenza had that high, squeaky voice, and all of a sudden, later on, he had that deep voice.
Must have been whiskey and cigarettes.
It means Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes. Where's that? Here it is.
Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes.
See, he had a real deep voice. But when he was younger, well, maybe Gildy. Maybe there's hope for Gildy. Maybe when he ages, when he gets to be Clemenza's, if he can get real fat and he gets to be Clemenza's age, maybe his balls will drop, although I sure doubt it. The real Dick Feinberg says, and he's got a new password on here so I know it's him. Subject, Charles Bukowski. Bukowski, the subject of the movie Barfly, was a racetrack degenerate in L.A. and a well-regarded writer of short fiction and poetry. He wrote poems.
Yeah.
When we raced the Trotters at Hollywood Park in the 70s, you could always find Bukowski on the second-floor clubhouse bar. Some of his poems are about obscure California harness drivers or jockeys. Oh, no. Woo! I hope not Rick Keebler and the Keebler Elves. He's not obscure. He had a great appreciation of racing from a gambler's point of view, and one of his best harness poems was a tribute to Joe O'Brien, A Magician Gone, which is published in his collection, You Get So Alone at Times It Just Makes Sense. He wrote it in 1980-something, right after Joe's death, when we had a Winter Circle tribute to him at Los Alamitos, in which he mentions the poem. I was the PR guy there at the time, says Dick. Let's these.
Hey.
Please check it out next time you wander into your neighborhood bookstore. He really got it when it came to Jigglin' Joe. What does that mean? Joe O'Brien was called Jigglin' Joe?
Okay.
At any rate, Joe O'Brien's still dead. And Dick Feinberg's not. That's good news. Thanks, Dick. Whatever that meant. Jigglin' Joe. How about Jigglin' Joe Marsh Jr.?
Who?
You know, when I was in college, summer school, because I wasn't going to class. I was drinking Meister Brown and skipping class. So I went to summer school in 1961. And by this time, my friends from Detroit had already introduced me to the evils of going to the track and losing whatever money I had, whatever cash my parents were sending me. And so my friend John and I, we would swear we're never going back again. Never going back.
Okay.
The next day I would come back from my last class to Abbott Hall, which was a girls' dorm, by the way, but it was a guys' dorm in the summertime. You think they knew something?
Possibly.
And he would be sitting on the front steps of the dorm waiting for me with the Detroit Free Press newspaper and the sports section open to the entries for Hazel Park that night. Oh, Joe's got 7 tonight, meaning Joe Marsh Jr., who was our favorite driver. Joe's got 7 tonight. So I would go in and get my old Webcor reel-to-reel tape recorder, hop in his car, and we'd go to the pawn shop and get like $30, $40.
Pawning something?
Yeah. And I'd pawn my watch, get another $10 or $20, and get $50 or $60 to go to the track.
Wow. What a bunch of degenerates.
Yes. What's wrong with that? You're sitting there at the track right now, and you're giving me a song to dance about degenerates?
I didn't pawn anything.
Well, no, that's because you're like an adult working with a modest income.
Oh, okay, I see.
I was like a college student. I had to rely on the money that came from home, from mom and pop.
Well, you lost me there at the parents sending you money part. That's where I couldn't relate anymore.
Well, where else was I going to get money? I wasn't working. I'm going to go to work when I'm at Michigan State drinking Meisterbauer every night.
Some of you had parents that would send you money or give you money.
Well, you had bad parents. I had bad parents, too, but...
Mine were
Who's snorkeling there in the background?
Oh, some degenerate.
Oh.
We start drawing flies after a while. I don't know. Nobody I know.
Oh, some guy?
People come around to the table, yeah.
Oh.
We got the mic, we got the speaker on there.
Sorry, I got to blow my nose. Pizza for lunch today at 2.
All for me.
Isn't that exciting?
Thrilled.
Well, what are you talking about?
What am I talking about?
One of the highlights of my day.
Good.
I order it, I go pick it up, and then Paco comes down and we eat pizza, and then he leaves.
Well, at least he's there to help.
No, but not there to help eat it, that's all. The Jokers, this is Heath. Heath was sour as a persimmon. Sour. George is such a defeatist, he expects things that go wrong cannot be corrected. Maybe that explains his lack of passion to get you to the bottom of things. You don't have to work, but he does, and yet you care more about giving your listeners what they want. He's the ultimate slacker, and yet he criticizes your lover for the same characteristic. What the hell does that mean? My lover?
Please.
These people with their fantasies. He's angry at his own shadow, the Joker. Yeah, my lover. He just keep conjuring up all these wild images in your mind, all this other crap. My lover. My lover, you should live so long.
Heath wants to be your lover.
Yeah, I think Heath wants to be your lover, I think.
Oh, no question about that.
To Neil Rogers.
Well, here we go
again.
again.
Heath.
It's Friday, you bastard.
If you're one of the millions of people who've been praying to hear the Pope singing on his own CD, your prayers have been answered. Now, through a special arrangement with the Vatican, His Holiness is back, and he's singing better than ever on The Pope Sings.
Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Pope John Paul.
Yes, it's Pope John Paul II, singing songs that will lift you up and make you get down.
He's turned around and starting play that organ music, choir boy.
Play that organ music right. Play that organ music, choir boy. Lay down and boogie and play that organ music till I die, which might be so.
The Pope Sings gives you the chance to hear the many sides of the owner of the Pope-mobile.
Owner of a Pope-mobile, much better than the owner of a stupid hat.
He's the pilot, and on this CD, he's the boss.
You should be playing bingo. You should all go be gambling at the church. Play high stakes if you want to. You're helping the poor if you lose your shirt, so come out and play bingo. Bingo. Be 18, please. Oh, 69. I-22. Wait a minute.
The Pope Sings is available now at a special introductory price. Get it and save yourself $5.
13 till noon at 560 WQAM. The Dow's down 86. Now, you want to hear caustic. By the way, they're putting my new toilets in. Is that exciting or what?
Yeah.
So if you hear like a lot of sawing and yanking and twisting.
Well, if you hear a lot of beer on ice, it's because I got a bucket of Bud here.
You got a what?
A bucket of Budweiser.
Well, I thought you said something else. I didn't think you said.
Well, no.
Where the hell is that one, that caustic email that's just coming? Why don't you, crank it up a little bit? You sound like you're I'm illin', man.
Yeah.
They should kiss my fat ass that I'm actually showed up here today. And let me say it again. If it weren't for the fact we had this Gulfstream stuff today, I'd have called in sick. I'd have sent you a text.
Really?
Yes.
Come
on.
on.
You know me. I'm a trooper, man.
I know.
Show up.
Yeah, you are.
I can't find it, anything. Maybe I Schmidt canned it. Crank it up a little, Leo. You sound like a 33 RPM record there. Yeah, go to hell. Here's the poll. Who's the most self-hating Jew of all time? 89 vote. Somebody says we need to add Mark Levin on there. He's another one of those right-wing talk hosts, so to speak. You got a beast?
On it.
Mark Levin, Levin. You know, that Prius keeps coming up on my thing. The picture you sent me.
Really?
From Vancouver, the yellow cab.
I only sent it the one time.
Oh, look at this.
Look at that?
Somebody says what George sent you about Sid is the same story I heard from a different person. What a putz. So evidently it might be true. I'm not putting it on the air.
No, it's just a so you know thing.
Yeah. Well, why do I care?
The more you know.
I don't care about him. He's small potatoes. He's one of those people, just like somebody else we know. Everywhere he goes, he's reviled by just about everybody, and he fails. He gets canned everywhere. He's got a death wish, permanent death wish.
So when is he starting here?
Well, WQAM likes him, but he's got a non-compete, and we have no opening. We have no opening? My God.
Maybe
Seems to me this place has got a big opening.
Rectum.
Yeah, that one, too. Oh, retire. I'm going to retire so Sid can take middays. That's a great idea.
They'd love that.
They'd like that 1-7 to be right up their alley, man. Mm-hmm. Speaking of that. Most self-hating Jew of all time, Jew Lieberman, he's just winning hands down. I voted for him. Despicable, 42. That drooling grin of his, oh, my God, he just makes me want to caca. He wants me to run in there and use the new toilets. You know, I could use a new toilet down there in Plantation at the house. I've talked about this many times, and everybody says, no, it's not, because the water pressure, I guess, is not sufficient.
Oh, no, that's really important, especially for a fat ass like you.
What are you talking about?
Giant loads, insufficient flushing power. That's a recipe for disaster.
That's what I need. Not even for, like, mediocre loads. Mr. Dainty Crap. Mr. Dainty Crap.
So you have to flush 2 or 3 times or something like that?
Like you could take a dump in a teacup, right?
I'd amaze you for what I could do.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about it. But anyway, the one toilet in the house flushes fine, and the other one you got to do like 2, 3, not always, sometimes.
I see.
You got to hang around and look, to make sure.
Might be some remnants.
Remnants, that's right. Just like a carpet sale, man, we got remnants. Drew Lieberman, 42, Jackie Mason, 19, Paul Wolfowitz, 8, Alan Colm, 6, Robert Grieper, 4. When the hell did he get on there?
I wouldn't know.
I blame you. Don't look at me.
Excellent. Out of sight, out of mind. The Grim Reaper, the Lord of the Board.
He works for the IRS now.
Does he really?
Supposedly.
Yeah, boy, talk about a Nazi. Can you have him auditing your taxes? Wow. Straight to jail, no questions asked. Ron Silver 4, Richard Pearl 3, Ben Ginsberg 2, Mort Zuckerman 1, and David Frum doesn't have any? My God, he's one of the leaders of the pack. Speechwriter for W, and a real right-wing Nazi bastard if ever there was one, David Frum. I don't want to, influence your vote, but there you go. Now let's see what's happening on the Horsey channel here before we go on. Because once it gets to that Tampa race, Beast wants to hear that. And they're off. He wants to hear it.
Oh, yeah.
What's the guy's name? David,
Richard
Grundy?
Grunder.
Quest.
Richard Quest. Can you believe he's actually on the air? That
I love
puts him on the air?
I think he's awesome.
He's been basically a 7/8 to a mile horse, but...
Oh, look, here's a horse called Paco Boy.
Really? He's got credentials himself. We haven't seen him.
What track is that at?
We saw him last year in the
Mexico?
Million when he was...
No, it's New York. This is the New Yorkie guy.
Juarez?
So it must be Aqueduct. I don't know. Paco Boy. Oh, don't bet on him. The fake Adam Kirshner says, not sure who's going to replace Sid, but they need to move forward with whoever it is. The last few weeks have been bad. Few weeks? He's only been off for, what? Isn't this the first week?
First or second.
I don't know.
Dave Lamont, Ed Berliner, or is that Berliner, P.D. Steve White, Jason Jackson, the remaining Dos Amigo, whichever one it is. You know. Who is it?
Alan Strauss.
Yikes, it says. Can't believe I'm going to say this, but Joel Feinberg did a better job of running 790 than Lincoln Financial is doing. And that wasn't much. Oh, there's the $5 million Dubai Shima Classic.
You Zane 4-1?
Now, do the jockeys have to wear schmattes on their head when they ride in that race or what? Oh, there he goes again, picking on us Muslims.
Get another fake
damn
email
right.
from the fake Muslims now.
What?
I said you're going to get another fake email from the fake Muslims now. You keep that up.
Oh, I got one from a fake Sri Lankan in my pile here. Let me get to it.
All right.
I'll find it. It's in here. It says, Scott in Pinellas Park, who's a native of Newton, Mass., he said, Bailey's, that was ice cream, just as good as Brigham's and Friendly's. I remember Friendly's. I don't remember it being all that good. I remember Fannie Farmer candies, which I always thought Fannie Farmer was from Rochester. But is that their headquarters in Boston? Remember Fannie Farmer on Washington Street?
No idea.
What?
I mean, I remember it, but I don't know if it was headquartered in Boston.
Not good candy, by the way, Fannie Farmer. Really sucks. Oh, here's Lincoln's secret gay life, Abe Lincoln. Anybody care about Abe Lincoln?
No.
I don't either. I mean, anybody who looks like that, does anybody care who he was doing? I mean, come on.
Wow.
Oh, here's one that says, Joe Rose yesterday had some screaming queen. This is from Georgianne. Some screaming queen in the studio rating a list that Joe's audience picked that were the hottest male athletes in Miami. How gay was that? And Georgianne says, I've lost all respect for Rose.
All
because
fake.
that was real bad radio. What?
All fake. All fake.
All fake?
Fake contrived radio?
Yeah.
On this station?
That was actually Lewis, the videographer from Channel 4.
How sad. How tragic.
All fake.
Oh, don't tell me I've lost... Boy, I'm losing emails. This is bad. I'm losing it. The one about the Sri Lankan guy who's all upset with me? That's what happens when you get a big pile. Oh, right. Here it is. I've been holding back my anger for some time now. Subject, I don't smell like curry. First of all, I never said Sri Lanka. I don't know what they smell like because I've never had any contact.
Well,
I don't know if it's Sri Lankans. I've said the Indian people smell like curry because they eat it like by the gallon. There's some days here my whole hallway smells like it's been bathed in curry. It says, I was listening to your show a couple of weeks back. You made a reference to my nation, Sri Lanka, as a curry-smelling people. Last time I checked, I did not smell like curry. I don't use curry deodorant. I don't hang a curry air freshener for my mirror. Why do you think we smell this way? I wish for you to enlighten me to this strange fascination with this logic. Did you actually encounter a Sri Lankan that works at 7-Eleven and handed you a curry hot dog? Did someone behind the counter hand you some curry-smelling bowling shoes? Well, that's good. Bowling shoes really stink, don't they?
Like curry.
And what they do is they spray that, like Dr. Scholl's in there, like tons of it to cover up the stink.
It's curry-scented, Dr. Scholl's.
It's like not taking a shower and like using deodorant, to try to cover up the stench. I don't understand why all 192 nations in the world you think that Sri Lanka smells curry. I don't. I think India smells curry. And it does. Last time I checked, I didn't see a Curry body wash at Publix. That sounds really attractive, doesn't it?
Start selling it
Perhaps
now.
you should smell yourself being locked up in an apartment with Paco over the winter. Might not make for a warm aroma. Hate to break the news to you, Curry man, but Paco don't live here. He's got a palatial apartment upstairs. I should only have a place like that. Then again, perhaps this is where the Curry really is. Respectfully yours, Sinjaya Pinswaben. Or Pinswaben.
This is Brady Quinn. Whenever I shave my balls, I listen to the Neil Rogers 12 to 1 hour.
Hello, this is Treasury Secretary Tim Geithner, and I want to reassure everyone that by the end of the year...
Is that a camera?
Please, no cameras.
You can have confidence in me.
And you're probably wondering why President Obama picked me to head the agency that oversees the IRS when I neglected to pay my own taxes. Well, as you know, Rahm Emanuel is missing a finger. And, well, the president took pity on me when he was told I only have one testicle. Yes, it's true. See? Here. Just one tiny little testicle. So let me reassure you that when it comes to the economy, I've got this thing well in hand.
Oh, I'm sure you do. I was just checking out something here that says, have you been to Jackson's Ice Cream? They're still around. We love Jackson's Ice Cream.
Yes, we do.
Good stuff.
Because these. See, I told you I got it. I got the crud, man. I've got the crud.
By the way.
Yes.
I was wrong. Doing the voice yesterday on Joe's show was AJ, our national sales assistant.
It wasn't doing a voice.
Well, I didn't want to.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
What's going on with Joe Rose anyway? I don't want to start picking on his show, but what's going on with him?
Stunt radio, man.
Stump radio? Have you been to Jackson's Ice Cream on Federal Highway, says Robert? Still around. Yeah, a million times. That's another reason it's a good thing I'm not there. Although in the Eaton Center here, we got a great Bastard Robbins. Oh, God.
Ugh.
What?
It's not good.
Snot? It's supposed to be ice cream, but it's snot?
Something like that.
What are you knocking Bastard Robbins? What's wrong with it?
No, it's just fine. It's okay.
But it's just not like what the kind you like Brigham's.
Right.
It's not like in Rochester, like down at Bob's, chocolate almond fudge, frozen custard.
It's not even like Swenson's.
Oh, come on. I don't remember. I really don't remember what the ice cream was like at Swenson's. I remember going there. Are they all gone?
There's that one right across from UM.
Oh.
That's how I know.
And what about that Little Caesars where they used to put 4 pounds of salt on every pie?
No, not there.
It's gone? The bird took me there one time, Little Caesars. Oh.
Miami's Best Pizza.
What?
That's what the restaurant is there.
That's what it's called?
Yes.
Is it Miami's Best Pizza?
It's not bad.
So you still hang around the old campus there at UM?
Well, I have to go down there every once in a while.
To do the games, yeah. I used to go down there and do the games all the time. Remember those days? Before your time.
Yeah. Everyone says you were great, though.
I was great. And one of my secrets was I had a second mic. I had a mic for the crowd noise that I used to hang over the edge of the railing. You know, where the old press box was at Marklight Stadium? Not the one behind home plate, but the one behind first base.
Right.
Is it still there?
Well, there's the Ron Frazier building there now.
Really?
Well,
at any rate, we used to do from the top of the stairs, we used to set up, and we would put our equipment there, and there used to hang a crowd noise mic over the edge of the railing.
Sure.
And like when somebody for the Canes would hit a home run, I would crank it way up. We made it sound like there was 50,000 people there.
We do that, too.
You do what?
Hang a crowd mic.
What you ought to do is crank it up over Zagacki the whole time. Is he doing the baseball?
He is.
Oh, my God. I don't want to get you in trouble, okay, because I know that you're a big Joe Zagacki fan. You and old penis face. He's just horrible. I mean, horrible is... He makes Jimmy Syphilis sound like Pat Summerall. I mean, he's just horrible.
On.
It's true. Oh, do you hear it? They're drilling. This is exciting now. I can hear it, but I bet you can't.
I cannot.
Good.
Of course, I got my own commotion going on over here.
They're cranking it up a little bit. They're cranking it up, but I got the door closed. They're drilling, and it's thrilling because they're taking the old toilets out and they're putting the new ones in. But these toilets look the same to me as the old ones. So there must be some kind of gizmo inside, like a water saver or what?
Yeah, maybe they feel better.
Or maybe they make your deuce smell better. I don't
know.
Maybe
they vibrate.
Yeah, maybe they're vibrating toilets. Maybe they vibrate your ass while you're sitting on the throne. I don't know.
You said sitting, right?
I said schmitting. Here's one. How could we have left this name off our list? And I apologize. I've had 2 emails on this already. Ben Stein is the picture definition of self-hating Jew. Should be winning this hands down. Unless I'm blind, I don't think he's even on the list, says Aloysius McGillicuddy. Good point, Aloe.
Clear on.
You got him on there, Ben Stein? Oh, what an obnoxious turd burger. I'm not sure what's worse, a self-hating Jew or a self-hating black person.
Bueller.
Huh? I beg your pardon?
You don't have to choose.
Fry.
They're both good.
Oh, now it's getting a little bit louder. Can you hear it?
No.
You can't?
No.
The drilling, it's getting louder. I could open the door up, would add some fantastic sound effects. Wow. Now, let me ask you this. Since Steve Sloan is there and you've got a little assistance today.
Right.
19 minutes till the first race at Tampa Bay, by the way. Don't let me forget that.
Okay.
Because Beast is enchanted now with that, you know. And they're off. I've made that a whole... I should probably record that someday and just play it over and over again. You know, go ahead. And they're off. And the real great thing is when they're playing the replays on my HPI, my racing channel in the morning. Like they were yesterday. Remember that, George? They were playing the replays from Tampa Bay. And you can hear him do that like 9 or 10 times, however many races they got, 10 or 12 times. The start of every race. Some of the races are very dramatic. Some of the other ones, like, he don't have a bet on it. Don't care, you know. Now, did we add Ben Stein? I hope and I pray. He's on there now. So all you people have been waiting for Ben Stein, go get him. Now, I was going to say, what's the deal on the scratches and what's the story here? Because we don't get any information.
We will.
I mean, the 5 horses scratched the first race at Aqueduct, but we don't care about Aqueduct. We're not betting Aqueduct. Look at this one guy's name is Jason Blewett.
Did he now?
Jason Blewett, B-L-E-W-I-T-T. And then on the racing, the local racing thing from Woodbine, they got a chick. Her name is Alyssa Blow. That's her name. Now, wouldn't you think if you were like some chick and your name was, you were born with a name like that, you'd change your name, especially if you're going to be in the media, like on TV, you know?
Right away.
I'm Alyssa Blow.
In childhood.
And they could team her up with Jason Blewett. I wonder if he's kin to Foster Hewitt.
I think she was at Tootsie's last night.
Don't tell me you go to Tootsie's, a married man like you.
No.
Phil from Pompano says, I was all set to vote for a very self-hating Jew, Richard Lewis, and he wasn't there. Who is Richard Lewis? I don't even know who that is.
Comedian.
He is? Is he funny?
I don't know if he's self-hating. Certainly Dennis Miller belongs on there.
Oh, yeah. Is he Jewish?
Well, put it on. Get him on there.
Are you
what are you
kidding
waiting
me?
for?
I didn't know he was Jewish.
Dennis Miller is Jewish?
Look how he oozes it.
Oh, I'm going to go...
Wait, I don't know
I'm
about
going to go eat Kreplach.
He oozes juices.
Dennis Miller?
Yeah.
Are you positive or are you making this up?
I'll go ahead and verify it, you know?
Go ahead. You check. I don't want to look.
I'm looking.
Anyway, Richard Lewis would be a great addition to the poll. It says, by the way, was listening for a bit yesterday, found that you fairy bit was Al Pacino, and not as always I surmised, Chaz Palminteri. Who the hell is Chaz Palminteri?
An actor?
Sounded just like him. Hi to George. Have a good weekend, boys. The fake Phil from Pompano. Chaz Palminteri?
Yeah, some actor, some character actor.
But he wasn't in the Glengarry Glen Ross.
You would see him if you saw him. You would know him if you saw him.
I would see him if I saw him?
Where did you learn your trade, you idiot? Whoever told you that you could work with men? What you're hired for is to help us. Does that seem clear to you? To help us. To help men who are going out there to try to earn a living. You company man. You fairy.
Maybe Michael's jaw is still broken from McCluskey's smash in the mouth, because he sounds like he's got... I told you this the other day. He sounds like he's got a mouthful of food.
Yes, he does.
By the way, Dennis Miller is of Scottish descent.
Yeah, he's not Jewish. See, George just makes this up. He takes obnoxious people and he pretends that they're Jewish.
Okay.
It's his anti-Semitic characteristic coming to the forefront again. All we had to do is do a poll like this, and right away, you know.
Yeah.
Next, you'll have Rush Limbaugh being Jewish. Now, who is it that just converted to Catholicism?
Dennis Miller.
No, seriously, some unctuous, I forget who it was. Oh, Greg Budell says, we don't care about you, Greg, go away. Delete. I just delete his stuff. Joe Bell says, you and the Beast talking about food sounds like a scene from Fatso. I'd rather listen to the real thing. Yeah, we'd rather be doing the real thing, too, if we could get some food.
Here you go.
And eat on the air. You got?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got your food at Gulfstream now?
Mm-hmm.
What do they bring you?
Cuban sandwich.
Kurt in Orlando sends me a link to an excellent article from the Naples Daily News, which I also just deleted. They don't get it. I don't have time to potchkey around. Oh, here's one. This is excellent. Sarcastic Sam sends me one about the Sam in Boston, no less. White Mountain Creamery. That place was open for about 10 minutes, and I raved about it on the air to show the impact that I had at that time. None. How about adding Al Goldstein to your poll? Why is Al Goldstein self-hating? Hasn't he, Scott, hasn't he had enough tourists in his life without somebody wanting to put on a poll like that? Huh?
Really?
In addition to which, if he was self-hating, would he have said...
I'm a fat Jew.
Yeah, I doubt it. Don't be picking on my buddy Al, who really is very badly misunderstood. He's a sweetheart. Right. He's a great guy.
Yes, he is. He's a pussycat.
With a big heart.
That's right.
A small body. He used to have a gigantic body. Now, maybe the Beast wants to go on the Al Goldstein diet. Oh, they send you to prison for a few months, and then you come out and you've lost everything. You have no money to buy food. In fact, wasn't Al also a greeter? Speaking of Larry Glick, wasn't he also doing that greeting at a restaurant thing?
Yes, he was.
And what restaurant was that?
We forget. Someplace in New York where you have connections. Somewhere he used to spend a lot of money, so they figured they'd give him some of
deli,
it back.
no doubt. Which, if he were a self-hating Jew, he wouldn't have been a greeter at a...
I think it was like
Larry Glick was Jewish. Let's make a list of all the Jews. What do you say?
That's what they want to do.
You won't find too many here.
No, not too many there anymore. We had a purge. We had a Holocaust at QAM. Jolly Joe and the Beasleys did a number, man. They dropped the poison gas. Longtime fan originally from Miami, says Sam. I occasionally listen to archives and live stream. I escaped to Boston in the 90s and feel exactly the same way you do about how South Florida sucks now. You and the Beast are correct. Boston is the place to eat until you pass out. Eat until you die. That's correct. I heard you mention a while ago that White Mountain Creamery. Well, this ice cream establishment actually has one or two locations in the Boston area, one in the hoity-toity suburb of Wellesley, and I believe there's another near the BC campus. You're right, their ice cream is very good. Anyway, I'm glad you're still at it, the show that is, and God, it was a good idea to lose the callers. Stay well, Sam in Boston.
It's Friday, you bastard.
He's going for 3, and yes! 3 beers at once with a new March Madness beer funnel. The only collegiate beer bong capable of power forwarding 36 ounces of alcohol down your throat in a matter of seconds. Now that's a slam dunk. Be the ultimate bleacher screecher with the March Madness beer funnel. Uh-oh, party foul.
Not endorsed by the NCAA.
12:17 at 560 WQAM. Well, we got, did you find out, are there any scratches in the first 2 races or what?
Not that we know of yet.
What's that?
Well, what kind of an answer is that?
Well, they're not up yet. So?
They're what?
We don't have anything yet. Steve's going to make sure, and but they don't have anything up yet.
Gulfstream, no scratches in the first race, and
so
the
far.
6 opens at even money. My one horse that I picked is 9-2. Well, I got the 6 for you in the doubles. I got 1-1-4-1-6-1. Who the hell is the 6? Oh, the Wild Ride. The Wild Ride with Carlos Marquez Jr.
No scratches first race.
Right, I just told you that. I'm looking at the odds, the opening odds. The 4 opens at 5-2. The one that I picked is right now third choice, Even Road, who was disqualified last time out. See, I'm a big believer that when a horse wins a race, and gets disqualified, that the next time they really try like crazy. You following what I'm saying?
I do. I get it.
Doesn't that make sense to you?
It sure does.
If you get DQ'd, man.
Dairy Queen?
Disqualified and played second. Forget about Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen my ass.
Yeah? How do you do that? I'll go get the soft
Jimmy
serve.
Syphilitic says, leave Joe Zagacki alone. He's a great guy and a great broadcaster. I think Beast wrote this.
I definitely did not write.
How dare you rip Joe for his looks? Don't you remember the circumstances of his plane crash? He almost died. Well, what's that got to do with his penis face? He was helping Hurricane Andrew victims in Homestead, giving back to the local community, something you should do. Rick and Sonny love Joe and hated you. Hank is very fond of Joe as well, which is the only reason he's on the air, by the way. Henry is very upset with how you spoke about Rick Shaw on the air. He said, no wonder Barbara Rinery hates you. Oh, man. The IOD. Can you smell the IOD aroma on that page? Can you sniff it?
Oh, yeah.
It stinks.
Groupie poopy.
Somebody says Richard Lewis is not a self-hating Jew. He's been on Keith Olbermann's show a bunch of times bashing Bush. I don't know where that came from. You want to take it off of there?
That didn't make any sense to me.
I didn't put Richard Lewis on there.
Oh, good. See, the Beast knows his crap. He knows his Jews. Heath says Michael Savage belongs on there. Big hater. Yeah, but he hates everybody. Get Michael Savage on there.
Okay.
Subhuman D-bag who ought to be teabagged. You got him, Michael Savage?
Got it.
Dennis Miller is Jewish. Where did you come up with that?
All right.
You just make crap up.
Yeah, I just make crap up. I'm sure he is. And you can be of Scottish descent and still be Jewish, you know. You guys went all over the place last time I checked.
Come on.
Y'all went all over the place last time I checked.
I've never met a Scottish Jew.
That doesn't mean they're not there.
That's an interesting topic for our emailers. Know any Scottish Jews? Maybe there's some Jews who drink scotch.
Maybe they play bagpipes.
Right.
What are you drinking? Anisette. Remember that?
Yeah.
Who was that in Godfather drinking anisette?
I don't know. Fredo.
No, it was Saluzzo, I think.
Maybe.
Don't you remember when they were having the meeting about the drugs?
Anisette.
Mm-hmm. He was good, Saluzzo, Virgil Saluzzo. He's dead, too, whoever that actor was. I think there's more dead actors from Godfather than there are living ones.
Probably, at this point.
Fredo, he's dead. John Cazale. Santino. James Caan's still alive, although he looks like he might as well be dead. Jesus, he looks bad. Even the James Caan that was in Misery looked really bad compared to the James Caan in Godfather. Here's one that's excellent choice. And, in fact, here's a guy that I met many years ago. He interviewed me for the CBS Evening News for Dan Rather. They were doing a segment on service and how service has declined so badly, retail and whatever.
Right.
And I said, you can't complain about the service in South Florida because there isn't any.
Right.
And they took a liking to that line and they put it on the Dan Rather News. At any rate, Bernie Goldberg came and interviewed me for that story. And I'd never met him before, and he seemed like a pretty good guy. And the next time I heard about him was a couple of years ago. He started writing all these right-wing, the media's liberal, all these psychotic right-wing books. It says Bernard Goldberg belongs on the list, complete maniac who basically puts out hit lists of liberals for Americans to target. By liberal, he means anyone to the left of Pol Pot or Genghis Khan, with or without Eddie Cobb and the sulky. So let's get Bernard Goldberg on there. Immediately, if not sooner. What a disappointment he turned out to be. I was shocked. Where do these people come up with such crap?
They pull it out of their ace.
What?
I said, how's it going, eh?
Frank said, not mentioned on your list is Ben Stein, who made a documentary to contradict evolution and to promote intelligent design. What an effing ass clown, he says. Oh, and here, this should be the winner. Roy Cohn, somebody sent in.
Not on there? Who?
No, he's not on it. Roy Cohn. It's spelled wrong. It's C-O-H-N. He was Joe McCarthy's boyfriend. Him and David Shine. Part of the witch hunts, the Commie Pinko witch hunts of the 50s.
The red
Roy Cohn. Died from AIDS.
Coincidence?
Not just self-hating Jew, but self-hating queen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was Roy Cohn. C-O-H-N. You got it, Beast?
On there.
He should have 1 million votes. Slimy. Scummy. Who played him in the movie, by the way? I forget. George.
What happened?
Who played Roy Cohn in the movie?
I didn't see that. James Woods.
That's right. That is absolutely right. You didn't see it, but you knew that? And if you tell me James Woods is Jewish again, I'm going to puke, but I know he is. He is. Let's see. No Bobby, king of Jewish self-hatred, Fisher, it says? You want to put Bobby Fisher on there?
Bobby Fisher?
Oh, Lester Greenshirt has been on here a lot. He gives me I've already seen Nicoletti's pics. I don't need you to email me Ron Nicoletti's pics, okay? I can go online and see him just like you can, you idiot Lester Greenshirt. Go buy a new shirt.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
I'm amazed he knows how to use a computer.
I really doubt that it's Lester Greenshirt. He's probably dead.
Probably.
Have you formed an opinion on H.R. 675, the Food Safety Modernization Act? Monsanto, the death company, question mark. What the hell is that from Robert? Robert must be the same one. Am I too old to be into the whole thing about one world currency?
Oh.
Johnny Ola said anisette when he gave Michael the orange.
Ah.
Anisette. Was it?
I guess.
What are you drinking? Anisette. Oh, and somebody suggested...
Tampa Bay.
What? Oh, the erase. Boy, you are sharp as a marble.
On top of that.
Sharp as a matzo ball. They're in the gate.
Jockey Mike straight aboard for trainer.
Boy, just
Charles
in time. To what
Montana.
timing?
They're at the post.
They're in the gate at Tampa. This isn't our race. Don't get panicky.
Down, boys. And they're off. 105 is the rate, very sharply.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was pretty good. A little oomph to it, you know? A little bit of oomph. Oh, here's one from Oishmoy Jew who says, of course there are Scottish Jews. George is right. In fact, I caught him trying to look up the kilt of an Orthodox Scotsman. Oh,
boy.
Yeah. Real sit-down comedian. Oishmoy is right. Well, I mean, obviously there could be Scottish Jews. I don't think Dennis Miller is one of them.
I do.
No, Dennis Miller is as goyish as the day is long.
You're listening to Neil Rogers. Neil, God.
Come over here, kid. Learn something. You never know, you might have to cook for 20 guys someday. You see, you start out with a little bit of oil, and you fry some garlic. Then you throw in some tomatoes, some tomato paste. You fry it. You make sure it doesn't stick. You got it to a boil. You shove in all your sausage and your meatballs. Huh? And a little bit of wine. And a little bit of sugar. And that's my trick.
Why don't you cut the crap? I got more important things for you to do. How's Paulie?
Oh, Paulie, won't see him no more.
This portion of the show brought to you by Britney Spears Vajayjay. It's hanging out, y'all.
Sure is. Okay, 1231 at QM. Now, let's see. Phil Ark says, how could you forget to include Ari Fleischer from your self-hating Jew list?
Right.
Good luck with your horse race today. And remember, bet the chalk, yeah. Go give somebody else instructions, okay? That's his whole line. That's what he knows about horse racing. Bet the chalk. Expert.
Wow. I could take his class.
First race, let's see. I head down the 1, the 4, and the 6, and guess who's getting bet? 1, 4, and the 6. 1 is 7-2. The 4 is the second choice, 3-1. The 6 is even money in the first race. We'll use all three of those in the doubles.
Right.
With the
Beast
one
and I both have a $20 budget.
Well, I beg your pardon?
He gave me $20.
Yeah.
I'll play with his and play with mine.
Don't play with mine.
Really? Don't play with his.
If you didn't want me to play with it, why'd you give
Clarence
it to me?
says, don't even think about it. Here's one that says there's a large Jewish community in the largest Scottish town in Scotland. In fact, there's a Scottish rabbi who comes here every year to raise money for Israel, says Ron from Miami. Happy Pesach. Well, happy Pesach to you. Azizen Pesach. Is it Pesach?
It's coming up.
When?
Soon.
You know, Purim came and went, and George never got no Hamantashen.
That's right.
Have a decent Pesach. Have a decent Pesach. Happy Purim.
Nah, there ain't nobody like her, I'll tell you. She was the best. And now she's dead. Well, here's one, fake. I'm a Scottish Jew. Angus McGoldberg. I think it's Anus McGoldberg. I'm throwing that out. So there are, he's not Jewish, Dennis Miller. Now,
Okay.
where do you get that from? Did you just make it up?
I
Did you
thought I
just
saw him
assume
doing
it?
some Jewy things one day. Wearing some payas and spinning a dreidel.
Yeah, right. You are really sick.
Okay.
Do you believe him?
He's
Bisto?
No way he's Jewish.
In fact, if you were to ask me, here's the definitive goy.
Whatever. Isn't everybody named Miller Jewish?
No.
No.
Barney Miller is.
Miller is not a Jewish name. I mean,
Barney
there are
Miller
people
is a
who are
Jew.
Jewish who are, their name is Miller, but it's not a Jewish name.
Okay.
Jay
Neil,
Miller,
this
who
is probably
plays
way
the
more
girl.
info than you wanted, but I just cut-pasted from the website I found about Judaism in Scotland. It seems there are plenty of us there, says somebody. Synagogues in Glasgow. It's got a whole list. Boy, look at that. There's 7 shuls in Glasgow.
Told you got around.
Yeah, and it goes
Y'all.
on and on. L.J. Levy. Oh, you don't have to be Jewish to enjoy the Levy. I still can't believe after all these years, I finally figured out what they were talking about, Stan Bergstein and Spencer Ross. You don't have to be Jewish to enjoy the Levy, but nevertheless. Oh, here's one. Mo Howard David did? I don't think so. I think he's a very...
No. We could say a lot of things, but not that.
What?
That's right. Don't go lumping him in there just because we hate him like poison.
He is, though. He's
Get out of here. See, you're just using this as an opportunity to take a shot. That's all you're doing.
Maybe he knows something we don't.
Yeah, right. Well, you used to be in there in the morning listening to all of his bigoted commentary, but I'm sure it wasn't about Jews.
Oh, it was about everybody.
Me and George especially. Me especially.
Yeah, me-us.
Yeah.
Especially.
Gay. Mm-hmm. You hear them tapping? They're tapping on it in the other room. You couldn't hear that?
No.
Boy, this door must do wonders. I got a whole story somebody sent me here about Fannie Farmer Candy.
Okay.
Canada Connection. You ready for that?
I'm ready. I'm strapped in.
It says Senator Frank O'Connor was born in 1885 in Deseronto, Ontario. A successful businessman, astute politician, generous philanthropist, and one of the best-known laymen of Canada's Roman Catholic Church. Founder and operator of Laura Secord Candy. Oh, I love Laura Secord, man. Candy and ice cream. Starting with a small candy store on Yonge Street and Fannie Farmer Candy shops in the USA. Senator O'Connor died August 21st, 1939, at the age of 54. And this goes on for like 3 pages. I don't know what this really has to do with Fannie Farmer, with Farmer's Fannie, but it did mention, though, Laura Secord. God, that is some of the best ice cream in the world. Some of the very, very best. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave right now, put my shoes on, and go down to the Eaton Center and get some Laura Secord ice cream.
All right.
Doesn't that sound good?
Bye.
Yeah, you and George can hold down the fort. I already gave you my picks. The 1 in the first race is 7-2. The 4 is 7-2 also. And the 6 is even money. The 6-1 double, I think, would pay about $5. But, cashing the ticket is better. Let's see. Here's one that says, Richard Grunder is great. His call is booming in the clubhouse. What is your trifecta for the second race of Gulfstream? I'm plunging my guts out. I didn't handicap trifectas. Okay? Just put the 1 on top. The 1 over the 3 something. These horse players, man, they want us to start turning the whole show into like a handicapping seminar.
Hey,
that should be good for about
just the last hour,
5 or 10 listeners, Richard Grunder is great. He's I wouldn't say he's great. He's good. Here's one that says from Oi Schmoy, Dennis Miller is a goy turd. Oh.
Well, I stand corrected then, because if Oi Schmoy says it, it must be true.
Yeah. Ask Joyce Kaufman about Dennis Miller. She's a good friend of his, and she has him on her show. Oh, says Ron from Miami. Pesach is a week and a half away. Better go out and get the matzah.
Thanks, Schmoy.
I think it's Mr. Schmoy.
Yeah, that's Mr. Schmoy to you. Goy.
Thanks, Oi.
Oi, goy. O'Connor's candy profits sweeten Toronto charities. This is from the Toronto Star, February 1978. I'm not going to read it because it just goes on. This guy's wife suggested they name their business the Laura Secord Candy Company. She liked the idea of a distinctly Canadian name and said there was something good and old-fashioned about the name that seemed ideal for a brand of homemade candies. He painted the store white to symbolize cleanliness and printed the name Laura Secord in black. The black and white color scheme of that first store has become a lasting trademark of that company ever since. Isn't that exciting? And it goes on about York Mills Road and Victoria Park. All this Toronto stuff, which is of no interest to anybody listening. Although it is a beautiful day. It's going to be sunny and 52 today for Castronova. And here's an article from August 92. Chalk American Inc. said yesterday would sell its Fannie Farmer candy stores to the Archibald Candy Corp., which operates Fannie Mae candy shops. The transaction includes Fannie Farmer trademark rights and more than 200 Fannie Farmer retail stores in New England, the Midwest, New York, and Florida. In New England, Fannie Farmer. You never saw Fannie Farmer candy shops? They were all over Boston. I don't think you ever were in Boston, Beast.
I believe I was, yeah.
Oh, the 1 is second choice now. He's getting ahead. He's 3-1. Now, do you want me to tell you what we're betting here, or should we wait till see the odds? We got
Either way.
36 minutes supposed to.
We can always change our minds, right?
What?
Steve's here, and he's ready to rock. But, either way, however you want to do it, we can always change our minds, right? And by we, I mean you?
No.
Oh.
No, not once you buy the ticket. I mean, you could.
No, right, but
they'll spit on you. They'll get really upset.
We'll wait.
Tellers.
We'll wait then. How's that? Until you say.
Let's wait about 20 minutes. But it looks to me like I got the 4 horses. Not that anybody else who can read the form wouldn't have the same 3, the 1, 4, and the 6 in the first race with the 1 in the second race. Nick says the flush valve float level may be set low in my house. Raising the float will allow more water storage in the tank, allowing the toilet to flush properly.
Aha.
He's wrong. He's wrong.
How do you know?
Because I've checked that. Don't you think I've opened up taken the top off that toilet and taken a look at a puke in there to see why it doesn't flush properly?
And you know about toilets? You know how to adjust
I know, believe me, I know my crap.
You know how to fix the ball cock if it breaks?
What?
I do.
Yeah, I bet.
I've done it often.
Sounds like it's right up your alley.
Mm-hmm.
O'Neal! The hurricane f***ing blow!
It's NFL season again. You've got your remote, your beer, your nachos, but have you got your dictionary? Now that Dennis Miller's joined Monday Night Football, you're going to need a dictionary just to understand what the hell he's talking about.
You know, Kurt Warner has such a jingoistic strategy on the field. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't instigate a pre-conflict coup d'etat. Cha-cha-cha.
For only $19.95, this quick reference book will help you look up over 50,000 words Dennis may use during the telecast.
Terrell Buckley was certainly pell-mell there. I mean, before you know it, he's going to start babbling some polytheism dribble via a senatus consultum.
Don't spend another Monday night scratching your head. Get your copy of the Dennis Miller Dictionary. Call 1-800-DENNIS-SPEAKS. That's 1-800-DENNIS-SPEAKS.
What's the problem with Randy Moss today? He couldn't catch acute malaria if he consumed sun-dried mosquito bruschetta in a quarantined Panamanian hemophiliac triage unit.
Call now. Operators are maintaining a stationary position of anticipation.
Yeah, baby. Do it again.
1246 at 560 WQAM. Here's some more of these great emails. David Woodworth, who's a real imbecile, always. What's TampaBayRR.com? What the hell is that?
Railroad?
Yeah, Tampa Bay Railroad. I've been working on a railroad. He says, Neil, so this is what it's been reduced to? Turn on the monitor and take some damn calls with 10 exclamation marks. The answer to that very simply is no chance. Blow it out your ass, David. Really enjoyed your 5 and dime store, though, Woolworths.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoyed the lunch counter. Neisner's.
Did you like the
They don't have those anymore at all, do they? 5 and dime.
No.
Well, why the hell not?
Because it costs more now.
How about $1 a holler? That's what,
that's
if you want to buy some spots. $1 a holler on this show. The 1 in the first race is 3-1. The 4 is 7-2, and the 6 is still a favorite, but up to 65 a little bit. 1 is taking money. Sonny.
8.
Paul says Miller does a weekly spot on Bill O'Reilly and has referenced a couple of times that he was born a Catholic but is no longer a practicing Catholic. Bottom line, not a Jew.
Okay.
No chance. No way, Jose. What?
I just thought it's because his name is Miller and he's in show business. And I saw him wearing payas and spinning a dreidel one day.
Oh, my God. Look at this. This is the same John ZTR again. The same idiot with a different name as yesterday. Remember the first email yesterday?
Sure.
But that's okay. Keep them coming. Keep all the good coming. That's what makes it go. And now that I got the new toilets, I'm going to really want to go a lot. Oh, the 1 is 7-2, the 4 is 3-1. They're bouncing around, those 3. And the 7 is taking some money, is 5-1. Who the hell's the 7? Oh, they're drilling again. Do you hear it?
No.
Ashley the Great. No shot.
Who?
You just mind your P's and Q's. Do you hear them drilling or you can't hear it?
No, I'm watching Tara McNamara walk by. Best legs in the business.
Well. Oh, here's the Sri Lankan, my friend again. Sinjaya. You should join us for the finest Sri Lankan tea on Fridays and other things at Hong Fook Tung on Finch Avenue in Midland, Toronto. Hong Fook Tung. The Chinese love you as well. It'll be a celebration of both cultures. Don't be a Gurum, G-I-R-U-M. Bless you and be well. What is a Gurum? Or does that mean Goyim?
Maybe.
What does that mean, G-I-R-U-M?
Maybe it's a Greek Goyim sandwich.
Maybe that's a Sri Lankan word. A Girum. Roger says, I'm a long-time listener because you're funny, but on matters of politics, policy, etc., you're a complete hypocrite, as are most liberals. Oh, that's right. Liberals bad, Nazis good. That's right. You take a person who is Jewish and because he doesn't agree with you, he's self-hating? How does that work? He hates you, not himself. A self-hating Jew should be defined as one who's stupid enough to vote for politicians who support anti-Israeli causes. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Israel first.
Oh.
It says, the moment someone disagrees with the liberal horde, they become self-hating. The first step to cure any problem is to admit it exists. You are a hypocrite. Admit it and there's chance for recovery. Stick to comedy. Love, Roger. Blow it out your ass, Roger. Roger what? Oh, yeah, Roger Kaputnik, yeah. Nice name there. Your boy is trying really hard, John ZTR, but failing miserably last 2 days.
Oh, he gets an A for effort.
No, he gets a Z for over the top.
For ZTR?
Yeah, that's right, for ZTR. I think they're getting close to being finished with my toilets.
You going to try it out?
No, I'm not going to try it out. How am I going to do that? I mean, I know how, but... Oh, the 4 is taking money now. The 6 is up to 7-5, the 4 is 5-2, and the 1 is 7-2. Yeah, this is what it's come to, David Bloodworth. Oh, and that was on again yesterday.
What was that?
There will be blood.
Oh, there will be Bloodworth?
There will be Bloodworth, yeah. And it was right at the... I'd like to take some of these emailers and just use that bowling pin on them. Why waste it on the phony reverend?
Right. Finished.
Oh, there's one phony reverend we know we'd like to use it on.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Him and the boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Somebody
Beach
just laid
Patrol.
a ticket on me.
I bet you there's some... Oh, look at this. Beach Patrol. I thought there were going to be some
Tampa Bay race.
Tampa Bay race?
Somebody just gave me a ticket, and I just now looked at it, and it's for Tampa Bay.
For which race? The second race? It's off.
Steve's going to translate.
Oh, it's already over with.
Race 2.
Yeah.
He boxed something. I don't even know what this means. Boxed the 1, the 3, and the 7.
In what? The Exactas?
The Exacta box, yes.
Well, I don't know who... Tampa Bay, let's see. Oh, that's race 1 result. Race 2 is over with, and we missed it. Gee, that would have been exciting.
Damn it.
I'll be damned. Well, you didn't tell me.
I didn't know.
Unless they didn't show it yet. I'm sure they showed it live. 23 minutes till the first of Gulfstream. And these guys are out there making a lot of noise, the toilet guys. Here's the post parade for the first race at Aqueduct. 8 minutes to post. Why don't you just bet all the tracks?
Okay.
Oh, no, somebody gave you a ticket is what you're saying?
Somebody gave me a ticket. Apparently I did not catch. Steve Sloan is making a thumbs down motion.
In other words, it didn't come in?
No, didn't win.
Is he sure of that?
Yeah, he's sure.
Hey, Steve.
Are you sure?
Yes. Well, that's probably...
Well, but thank you, whoever gave me this ticket.
They didn't give you squat. They bet it for themselves at lost, and then they gave you the ticket trying to pretend to be big shots. Don't you understand?
No.
It didn't come in, so they gave you a losing ticket. What's the big deal with that? You can reach down on the floor. You can go outside like Defoe does and kick around all the losing tickets to try to find a winner somebody threw away.
What a bastard.
Yeah, in a basket.
I'd play that, but I'm here.
Oh. Well, Beast ain't going to play it.
We'll just have to make sounds with our mouths.
21 minutes till the third at Tampa. Gee, they're awfully slow putting up the first race. The 7 paid $65.50 to win. 30-1 shot won the first race at Tampa. I bet you Richard Grundage or whatever his name is was just kicking his guts out.
What?
The announcer, he was probably going nuts. 1-1 shot won the first race. So I got to sit here and wait to see Steve is positive that your ticket's a loser.
Yes. The number 2 horse did something. Say it on the microphone, Steve. I can't even hear you. Wait, we got to pot him up.
Yeah.
The number 2 horse won the second race at...
and you had the what, 136?
137.
Oh, you lost.
Okay, I can tear this up.
Tear it up. Oh, wait a minute. Objection. I object. That's the way to do it after every race. If you lose, just scream out, I object. Objection. The fake duck says George should know about her, Connie Zimet. She used to go speak at all the radio broadcasting schools. A great voiceover talent. Her and Lipschitz used to get all the work in the 90s. Whoever that is.
So how would I know that? I never went to no broadcasting school.
Didn't you go to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting before they went out of business?
I taught at Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
The fake Tom Jicka says 97 GTR's Patty Murray died 20 years ago last Tuesday, the day after St. Patty's Day. Do you remember her? Yeah, we remember Patty. Remember her?
Yes. Never met her, though, but I know who
I never met her either, but she died. I remember that.
Hey!
What the was
Hank's
that?
here. That's me yelling for Hank Goldberg.
Hank!
Hank is there?
Yeah, but somebody's got to go get him. He just thinks that people are shouting his name like they're fans of his.
Maybe they are.
Well, they
And
might
maybe
be, but
they're
it's
not.
us.
Tell him I said hello.
He just walked
Hey,
by.
Humper.
Yeah, he can't even hear anything. He's just walking by like he doesn't care.
He's probably plunging his guts out. He's got important bets to make. He's not
sure
potchking around with these, $5 on this and $2 on that. Although, with today's economy, who knows?
That's right. Maybe he can tout something for us.
Well, his buddy is Nick Zito, and he's got that one in the second race that I'm in love with. I love that horse. Forefathers. Oh, the one in the first race is up to 4-1. The 4 is 5-2, and the 6, 7-5. I think Steve ought to go make your bets.
Okay.
$4. How much are you going to bet?
Me and the Beast are both going to bet $20 for the day. How's that?
For the day?
Spend our money.
Well, here's the deal.
Steve's writing it down.
$4 doubles. 1-1, 4-1. $6 double, 6-1.
Okay.
That's what, $14?
So far,
that leaves you $6 for the second race. What?
Yep, $14.
I mean, this isn't going to pay like serious money. I mean, these are like, the one in the second race might be heavy.
Comedy money. We don't want serious money. We want, levity.
$4 1-1 and 4-1 and a $6 6-1.
Okay.
I mean, you got to understand, we're taking baby steps here. I don't want you like betting, $100 across the board.
Don't worry.
Why is somebody sending me an article about Bibi Netanyahu? Do we care about Bibi Netanyahu? No. Why are you sending me that chazarai?
Probably Robert.
All right, now during the break, I'm going to go out there and see. I think I'm going to pee in both the new toilets.
You should probably sit on it and test it.
I'm not going to. What did you say?
That's what I thought he said.
Yeah, I'm sure I know what you said.
You're listening to Neil Rogers.
Okay, this guy Burrell. And when I'm up in Boca Chica slapping old women with painted lips around the pool, I listen to the Neil Rogers 1 to 2 hour. Yeah, I mean, I listen to the Neil Rogers Fair and Balanced 1 to 2 hour.
Hey, Pharrell. What? By the way, son, I've been giving it some thought, see? Well, what do you think of this? I knows that me and you can do much better going 6 to 10 and not at 5. A Gentile and a cranky Jew. I think we might be happy together.
I think you really gone out of your mind. You gotta have your wee-wee bag strapped on too tight. No chance I'll do a show with you. I'd rather die. We'd be crappy together.
Why, I'll have you know that I'm a big Bucky Jew from Brooklyn Heights. I've been rated by everybody but you. You're not my type.
Me and Mo, that would blow. No way that if we had a fight that you'd survive. Who'd want to hear a genitile and pushy tight? That's crappy together.
A show with you and me, for me, is much better 6 than 10, not 5. It's only right that I should get more sleep at night. I think we might be happy together. Happy together.
What you see me,
.102 at 560 WQAM. Happy Friday. Is this what it's come to? Punch up the monitor or take some calls. What?
Right. Hey, can you see Laurel Park from where you sit?
Laurel Park, 2 minutes to the second race. Why? Somebody give you another ticket?
Yeah, somebody gave me another ticket. Somebody from Chicago who listens to us on his iPhone from there all the time.
Okay, and what's the ticket? The one is the heavy favorite.
$2 Exacta box, 1, 3, and 5.
Those are the 3 horses that get in bet. You got a shot. The 1 is 7-5 favorite. 3 is 5-2, and the 7 is 9-2.
It's exciting.
Yeah, this race actually hasn't gone off yet, so.
No, there's a minute to go. In fact, let me get back on. Laurel, there it is. There's Laurel right now.
Okay, I don't think I can see it here.
1, 3, 5. Those are the only 3 that are getting bet. The 2 is 6-1. He's taking a little money. We got my new toilets in. Oh yeah.
Did you test drive it?
No, I did not. But and when you lift up the lid, it's got a happy face on it.
What?
Yeah, they have a happy face on the lid from the toilet.
Really?
Yeah. with some ad for something. I don't know.
Better than a crappy face.
They're going to the gate at Laurel.
Turning for home. There's Given Talent on the lead.
1 is 6-5.
Pride of Seattle Reign.
What you really want is the 3 and the 5. The 1 is 6-5. You get the favorite out of there, you might have a price. How much is it? $2 exacta box?
Yes. Pretty well here in this race. Red Crafty did the
Isn't this nice? This is a great new feature. We got people bringing George tickets for races that haven't even run yet.
Right.
That Tampa thing was a scam.
Well, and that was at 7 furlongs, so at the mile.
I'm sure he gave it to me before the race went off, and I just had to sit in here.
Rising of the Moon. Number 2, Dave Rodman likes as a best bet on today's card, and with good reason, clearly an improvement.
Dazzling Success, 8-5. 5-2, Red Crafty.
Okay, let's hear how this announcer sounds at Laurel Park. I don't know who he is.
One mile, second wire, and they're off. Watch the phone bobbles.
And they're off. Is that it?
They're off.
Fireman out from the early lead with Baseball Diamond from the outside, and Red Crafty has some early foot too. Watch the phone is recovered, and Dazzling Success followed by East Side Johnny, and Rising of the Moon at the tail of the field, 8 lengths from the front.
Yeah, David Woodward's giving me advice now on Red. Blow it out your ass, David. Get lost.
Inside, now to come the lead.
Go away.
Baseball Diamond is in third. Dazzling Success right there on the bid early in fourth, and Watch the Phone. Rising of the Moon and East Side Johnny.
3, 4,
Heading up the
7, 1.
backstretch now onto the far turn run. Red Crafty leads at 1.25 from Fireman and Dazzling Success in the third spot, followed by Watch the Phone.
The 1
on the outside,
the 1 is third. Now 1 is coming. 3-1 would be okay.
Rising in the Moon, another 5. East Side Johnny, 7 last.
And now the 5 is
making a move. Into the turn in their mile run with 3.5 furlongs to race. Red Crafty, Dazzling Success continues a solid bid into second. Fireman is in third. Watch the Phone.
Another 2
to Rising of the Moon.
Here comes the 5 on the inside. It's third.
Rising of the Moon now half dozen off the lead, but Dazzling Success
Steve's watching it. There's a monitor that I can't see, and he's
watching from Red Crafty. Watch the Phone, then Rising of the Moon in fourth. They're into the stretch, a quarter of a mile left to go. And Dazzling Success getting away under Malcolm Franklin from Red Crafty. And then third, Watch the Phone and Rising of the Moon.
The 3 just came back off the rail and is coming back at him again, but he's not going to win.
Red Crafty drifts out just a bit.
That's pretty interesting. You don't usually see that in thoroughbred racing.
The guy that gave me the ticket seems very
1-3, baby, you got it.
Is driven home under Franklin to win by a couple of lengths.
Not going to pay much, but hey, considering what it cost you.
Watch the Phone.
And the 5 finished third, 1-3-5. Should have had the triple.
Wow.
Nice going, George.
Thanks, Chicago dude.
How do you like that? George is cashing tickets on races that we didn't know nothing about. Let's see how that first race at Gulfstream is shaping up on the odds. 1 is 4-1, the 4 is 7-2, and the 6 is still even money favorite.
All right.
Well, there you go. So what happened to the humper? Did he run away from us?
He had a meeting. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can remember the quote exactly. I'm on my way to a meeting and I'm late for already. Told George that I love him and I hate that effing place. That's what he said.
Tell George that I love him?
Yes. I sent a crony over to drag him over to the table, but he was on his way to a meeting that he was late for.
And he hates this effing place?
This effing place.
I can't imagine why.
The radio station is what he was talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Can't imagine why, can you?
No, we could speculate.
Rock solid.
We could share theories about that.
Paul Smith, who's the fake John ZTR, obviously. This is the last time I'll write to you until you stop with the bashing of Joe B., Jimmy C., and Joe Z. These men have dedicated their lives to journalism, and you've turned into a radio blowhard with horse racing and roller skating. Stop now and listen to me. To get your ratings back up, you need to help put the callers back on to spice up the show, along with the emails. This is my last email until you make the changes I told you to. God bless you and God bless America. Paul, who loves South Florida, stop hating and start loving. John 3:16. Oh, how lame.
Just wait till we get the roller skates on the horses.
7 minutes till post time at Gulfstream. Tampa Bay. 4 minutes till the third race. Somebody ought to bring you a ticket for the Tampa Bay races. One before the race runs.
Yeah, I'll just start shouting out to people. Hey, can you go get me a ticket? Just bet anything.
They'll do it. Look how generous these people are. How much did that exacta pay, do you know?
I don't know.
Probably not much. Probably about $5. 2 chalks.
Since I didn't pay for the ticket, it's all profit for me.
Yeah, whatever you get, your case of Syrah. That's
right. Here, somebody just laid another one on me.
What is it for? Tampa Bay Downs.
Gulfstream. No, this one. Race 1. $5 to win on the 4.
Gulfstream, $5 to win on the 4, George. On the first race.
Well, let's see. The 4 horse is 7-2. That's not bad. $9. It's like $22.50 if it comes in, more or less.
I'm gonna go get my money though.
4 would be good.
I'm going to see how much this ticket was worth that I just won.
Laurel Park. Oh my God! In Maryland, no less, in Balmer. Oh, the post parade for Gulfstream now.
The Derby day on the road to the Kentucky Derby, so we're sort of getting in that feel with the 3-year-old fillies going.
Oh, and the 6 is really getting hit 4-5 on the 6. Heavy chalk.
Trying to get her
bet the chalk. Bet the chalk.
Scoring the Devona Dale last.
Hey, Phil Art, take the chalk and stick it. Yeah, then you'll have a white ass forever.
A very speedy contest.
Yeah, it looks like a very speedy contest, but you know, you got a horse in there called Gator Red who you don't know what this horse can do. He's won the 2 races by combined 16 or 15 or 16 lengths or something like that. So only a 6-horse field, but a very interesting race. So
it's
that
interesting.
comes a little later in the day. And just wanted to mention before we get going, anybody out there handicapping, real strong headwind coming into the stretch. Just watching the flag during the national anthem, it was whipping up. So if you use that when you're factoring your handicapping, make sure
I want
that
$11.
you realize it. We'll let you know if it stops.
It certainly has an effect on speed horses, I think, as they come into the stretch and suddenly get that headwind for the first time.
And then they puke their guts out.
On the weather conditions as we go throughout the card. We're going to start it off with a starter allowance race for fillies and mares. All of them.
5 minutes till post time at Gulfstream. Let's do the break because we don't want to miss the race, right?
Okay. I won $11, by the way.
Because did you really? Are you serial?
Yeah.
That's a pretty heavy duty exacta for for the chalk and the second choice. Boy, you are loan me a few bucks, man. 4 got bet down to 5-2, so he's second choice.
Okay.
And they're all in line.
They're in the gate. And
they're off. The Wild Ride came out well. Sammy Van Emmy on the inside. Silkily right up there, too.
4 broke well. 4's on top.
To join them from the inside.
Well, I want the 4.
Out of the chute, Tipsy Tune comes up the rail to challenge for the lead. Sammy Van Emmy right alongside.
On the inside. Who the hell is the 3?
Outside of them.
Tipsy
2.5 to the Wild Ride.
Give me the 1
here. 4 and the 1.
True Will. Actually, the Great and Even Road is last.
The 3 is 35 to 1. He'll puke. And the 5 is right there, too.
The leaders are Tipsy Tune and Sammy Van Emmy, and outside of them, Silkily. They ran a quarter in 24 and 2. The 3 of them race right together on the lead.
They're all tightly bunched.
Along the rail, then the Wild Ride, Actually the Great, and Even
that monitor
Road
I can see.
4 lengths behind.
You can't see it?
I can see it.
On top
4 is right there.
I see it.
47.
And the 4 is taking
there
the
it
lead
is.
now, but the 5 is coming through. Get that 5 out of there. And the 6 is coming.
Outside the leader's third. The Wild Ride
is taking a
short
lead, about 3/4 of a line.
True Will is down on the inside, and Even Road.
We don't want the 6. The 6 is even money.
In that tight pack. Round the far turn, Sammy Van Emmy, the Wild Ride. Actually, the Great on the outside. Even Road, very wide but progressing. Silkily is
come on
back.
with this 4. Let's go. They're like on their hands and knees this bunch.
Into the stretch. The Wild Ride is taking the lead. On the far outside, Even Road is trying to close in. Then it's actually the Great.
The 1 is going to win the race. That's the one I like. Here comes the 1 on the outside, and the 1 is going to jog. 1-6.
The Wild Ride is back in the second.
What did I tell you? 1-1 double.
All right. Take the opener.
I am a freaking genius.
The Wild Ride
1-6.
Do we win something?
165. What?
We're in.
Yeah, we're in. Well, and that ticket that the guy gave you, unfortunately, the 4 puked his guts, but nevertheless.
Oh, is it?
And the 1 was 4-1, so he was the longest of the,
Excellent.
So your double might not be all that bad. If the 1 wins the second race. Oh, look at now.
They're up first.
Tampa. And.
The hell?
And they're off.
Okay, there they go. Wow, this is a lot of pressure today. I feel like I'm under, and both my toilets are in. I took an inaugural celebratory leak in my small bathroom in the new toilet. And boy, you talk about flush. Those things flushed like
really.
Wow,
like turbo.
If you ever drop something in there and flushed by mistake, forget you'll never see it again. In Lake Ontario. Yeah, David Woolworth sending me. I'm blocking his ass. He's an idiot. Sending me crap about Gulfstream. Go to hell.
Yeah.
Go away. Jay in Miami says, you said your new toilet had a smiley face. It said shivers all through me. Now, why the hell is that?
I don't know.
Well, I'll read it. Who's yucking it up over there at Gulfstream?
Steph thinks you're funny.
Yeah, I'll show him something funny.
That's not funny. That's nothing to laugh at.
Sad.
Although I take that back. It is something to laugh at.
2-7-1 is leading at Tampa.
Oh. Then it's a length and a half farther back. Taxi cab.
In the shadow of the wire.
This guy's a maniac, this Richard Schmendrick.
Krunder.
He's good. He's very
down
good.
under.
You should get him on the show.
Here's the one that says smiley face question mark. When you just said your new toilet seat had a smiley face on it, sends shivers all through me. Are you aware of the numerous young college men who've been murdered by the so-called smiley face killers?
No.
Oh, all of them from the northeast USA across the northern border between USA and Canada to Illinois. I'm wondering if one of the workers from the toilet company could be one of the killers. Probably. The smiley face killers. Oh, here comes the, whatever that is.
Rainbow Glider is second, taxi cab third, and valid currency a troubled fourth.
So what's the 4-1 double going to be? Are they up yet, the doubles?
I don't know.
Steve? Steve is the expert. He'll know.
Not yet, no. He's watching.
Heath says, of course Hank won't come over to George. Why didn't he tell him Neil's on the air? Another example of slacker activity. Heath just won't get off your ass.
Heath is a fat, shut-in stalker, crank chronic. I think it's you.
Probably got scabs all over his body.
Yeah.
Scabies. Chris says there was an Eisner store in Key Largo back in the early 80s, but it's gone now. I want to let you know I'm seeking help after my Where's Defoe email a couple of weeks ago. Remember that one?
Yep.
Where's Defoe? Keep up the good work. Have a good weekend. Chris and Davey. Well, thank you, Chris. I'm glad you're reforming, okay? Anybody that's going to get all bent out of shape about where's Defoe? Oh, you know, I think there's a way to look at it. And I'm going to generalize. There are people who've been on the air in this market, or any market, over a period of years who have been significant and those who have been relatively insignificant. Would you agree with that?
Sure.
From where I sit, Defoe is and has been always insignificant. The one is opening at 2-1, second choice to 6 to 9 to 5. Boy, that's good. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Who's the 6 in the second race? George? Oh, Spin Master.
Thanks.
Spinmeister. No, the one is 8-5 favorite now. All right. And this is the... No, wait a minute. What's the one? John Velasquez is on the 6. Good rider. Oh, Cantasormo's on the 1. Forefathers. As opposed to Godfathers. The one is 8-5. The 4, 5, and 6. Only 2 horses are getting bet here. So it's a wide open race. So we got to hope for our 1-1 double. I told you the one in the first race, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Even Road. Didn't I tell you the horse that got disqualified last time?
So are we going to place any more bets for this second race? We got.
Why do we have to do that?
We don't have to.
The one is 4-5. 4-5 heavy chalk.
We got $6 left.
That's right, in our budget.
Well, you could cover yourself. Let's see. Which of the other horses do we think has got a shot? Dr. Pleasure, the 3.
Ooh, you know.
Absolutely.
A little cheap. Oh, we raced in some good races, though.
Neil, the 1-1 will pay $39.40 for it.
Get out of here.
Okay, don't believe me.
The 1-1 double is going to pay $39.40?
That's what it says.
And you guys have got $4 doubles. That's $78.80.
I'll take it.
$80, baby.
Yeah. You got to be schmitting me. Who would have ever believed it? Who would have ever thought it? Well, I guess if it's going to pay that much, you can cover your bets. You could bet, like, how much you got left?
$6 each.
So you could bet $3 to win
Okay.
On the 3 and $3 to win on the 4.
Okay.
I like it.
You like what? What do you know
said.
about it? Well, no, I'm just saying those horses are 5 to 1. If they win 12, 18,
okay.
you get $18 back. You'd get most of your money back.
That's fine.
And of course, George has already got $11. The one is 3 to 5. That's a very generous double. I mean, if it would have been me, I'd have bet like a $20 1-1 for $390. What?
Can't go back now, can we?
Well, isn't that what I told you? The 1-1 at the beginning before even the show started. I said I love the 1-1.
You told us what to bet. How much?
But didn't I tell you I love the 1-1? Didn't I tell you?
Yes, you did.
Well, this one ain't come in yet. 21 minutes till the second race. 39.40. That's shocking. Now who's making your bets? Is Steve making your bet?
Yes, he is.
$3 to win on the 3 and $3 to win on the 4. For you and Fatso.
Got to be more specific when you say that in this place.
Tubby.
I thought that was Chris.
Chris is old news, okay? Oh, I got to send those checks out one of these days.
I'll take one.
No, you're not getting nothing. All you would do is turn it into fat. Frank says, you mentioned Patty Murray. I had a comment. What a nice lady. I used to hang out with her at the Keg and Can Inn in Miami Lakes back in the day. We used to shoot pool and chat a lot. Very humble, down to earth, not big-headed, air-talented. Everyone should bow to them. She had a sister who was smoking hot that came to the Keg and Can Inn once in a while with her. I personally think that Patty had the hots for, and it's black now, maybe me, yeah. But I had the hots for her sister. Nothing ever came of anything, though, says Frank. Little piece of the past. Well, he didn't get a little piece or a big piece, but nevertheless. Yeah, she was much loved there at the IOD building, Patty Murray. She got killed in a car crash, right?
That is correct.
Wow.
And here's the sad twist. You know, they dedicated that van to her, and they put a plaque on it. A month later, they changed GTR to the Coast, sold the van.
Nice.
All. Yeah.
Nice. Even when you're dead, they treat you like crap.
That's right.
Even in death, they treat you like garbage. 20 minutes till the second race, and your one horse is 4 to 5. Confidence is high. Boy, if I make you guys $80, that'd be
sweet.
Yeah. Bernie Madoff, self-hating Jew. No, I don't. He's just a crook. He's not a self-hating Jew.
They don't get it, but when do they?
They don't understand what that means. They don't. You're right. They don't get it at all. Okay, so we got 19 minutes to kill. Let's take this break because we got to start moving ahead. You know, push ahead.
Right.
This is the biggest payoff we've had pending so far, right?
Yeah.
And we got $50. We got $50 to win on the 1 for Rick.
Right.
And if it goes off about even money, it means he gets $100.
I'm glad to have played along.
So far, what if the one stumbles coming out of the gate and finishes last by 20 lengths? What are you going to say then, Mr. Hotshot?
Well, it's entertainment, man.
Don't count your winnings until they hatch.
No, it's good fun.
It is. It's great.
It's Friday, you bastard.
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Martha, these fajitas are awesome. I don't know what you made them with.
My very favorite chow dog.
What?
Just crazy.
You made these fajitas from your dog that just died in the kennel?
I would be silly not to, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. That would be uber silly.
Pungent flavor.
Martha, this is wrong.
Don't worry about it. They taste very, very differently.
Yeah, they taste like dog.
I love it. They cannot be frozen and not too stiff.
Yeah, that's right. So you people at home, when you spot fresh roadkill, remember to scrape it up, rush home before the rigor mortis sets in, and make it into fajitas immediately. Martha, you've been eating those mushrooms again, haven't you?
Oh, yes. We'll be right back.
Okay, 1:31 at 560 WQAM. We're only 12 minutes away from the second race at Gulfstream, and George and the Beast are both sitting on pins and needles.
Right, and...
Yes?
I'm going to have to listen on the radio or something like that. This guy, Tom, has a horse in the 5th race, and he gave me a ticket for that.
He's got a horse he owns?
Apparently, that's what I understood.
Whoa. Well, don't just say it on the air.
Okay, I won't.
Because then you'll knock his price down.
Right. So I ain't gonna. But thank you, Tom.
Well, you're becoming a degenerate gambler now. This is bad.
That's good.
People are bringing you tickets. Well, that's the best part,
man.
It's
the best way to gamble,
yeah. Tickets.
It's the J. Edgar Hoover School of Gambling. If I win, I win. If I lose, I still don't.
$6 to 5 on a 1, still a heavy favorite. 5-2 on the 3. He's taking money. 7-2 on the 4. And 5-1 on the 5. The other, the 2 and the 6, no shot. Outsiders. And 13 minutes to post. Okay, here's the poll. Who is the most self-hating Jew of all time? Jew Lieberman, 91. Jackie Mason, 30. Paul Wolfowitz, 13. Alan Combs, 11. Michael Savage, 10. Ben Stein, 10. Mark Levin, 8. Ron Silver, 8. Roy Cohn, 6. He should have $1 million. Bernard Goldberg, 6. Robert Grieper, the Grim Reaper, the Lord of the Board, 6. Mort Zuckerman, 4. Richard Pearl, 4. David Frum, 4. Ari Fleischer, 3. And Ben Ginsberg, just obnoxious. You can't even look at him. He's got 3. You know who that is, Ben Ginsberg, with the orange hair?
Yeah.
Oh. Can't even look at him without getting, just vomit sick. Let's see. Bailey's, we already got. Do you remember Bailey's ice cream from Boston?
No.
East? I know. I never heard of Bailey's. I heard of Bailey's Irish Cream, but...
Yep.
Oh, boy, there's some real stuff here. A Catholic priest retrial on sex abuse charges resulted in another conviction today. A sentencing hearing for the Reverend Thomas Tizar is occurring this afternoon in Eastland County, about 100 miles west of Fort Worth, Texas. Jurors took about 50 minutes to decide that Tizar molested and sexually assaulted an 11-year-old boy in 1990. The Fort Worth Catholic Diocese had assigned him to work in rural Eastland County, largely unsupervised, despite his long history of sexual misconduct in the Diocese of Worcester, Mass. Going around, I know these are all isolated incidents, all 50,000 of them. Well, and then this thing about Abe Lincoln. Anybody care whether Abe Lincoln was gay or not? Why were we supposed to care about that?
At this point, no.
I don't think he's probably feeling too gay now. But
or giddy.
11 minutes till post time. The one is hanging in there at 6-5. The reason the double is so good is because the one on the first race was 4-1 and didn't get hit hard in the doubles. They have little faith in my 1-1 double.
Mm-hmm.
According to Jeff Sammons, a professor of history with New York University, Abraham Lincoln shared a bed with another man, Joshua Speed, for 4 years, beginning when Lincoln was 28 and Speed 23, a well-known fact that is not in dispute in and of itself. But what right and left contend over is the question of whether the two men sharing a bed, even over a long period of time, indicates a sexual relationship, or was merely a pragmatic response to the times when living spaces were not often heated, and such sleeping arrangements between men didn't necessarily carry a hint of anything more. They just slept real close and, uptight and out of sight. Jam up and jelly tight, whatever that was. Calling speculations about Lincoln's sexuality revisionist rumors, the Newsbusters article also said that the segment calls into question whether Lincoln, creditor of emancipator of American slaves, might not have been a racist who viewed African Americans as inferior. And it goes on. Lincoln actually did sleep in the same bed with a gentleman for a 4-year period. With a gentleman. So the question of Lincoln's sexuality still remains a mystery. And this goes on and on and on. Thank God we got the race coming up.
Yeah.
The 1 is 7-5, going up a little bit. And the 3 is 5-2, and the 4 is 7-2, and the 5 9-2. 4 horses getting bet in a 6-horse race. And you got 3 of them covered.
All right.
Of course, you don't want the 3 because if the 3 comes in at $7 and you got a $3 win ticket, that's like $10.50. You don't want to bet $20 and get $10.50 back.
Not really. But yeah, we'll take it.
The 1 is 3-2. That's a $5 hoss. And for what's his name again? Ricky.
Rick.
For Rick, $5, $2.50, $125 waiting there. Just like sticking your finger and picking your nose, man. Just picking a big fat booger out of there. Dirty, rotten teeth robber. Authorities are looking for a man with poor dental hygiene after robberies at 5 South Florida banks. Well, he must be a Brit, no doubt. The dirty, rotten teeth robber. There's some crap. I'm just looking on here to see if anything worthwhile came in here. Matt says, say the names of the horses so we can at least enjoy that. Matt. What do you mean say the name? I'm calling the race now? I'm putting on the call of the race. Jesus, the 1 is Forefathers, the 3 is Dr. Pleasure, and the 4 is Power Game. There you go, Matt. Jesus, God Almighty.
Oh, Neil!
Fatwa Friday, you bastard.
Hey, we're watching the game. I need another 5 points to cover the spread.
May the best woman win.
Now, here's how to win. And it's easy.
I believe I'm going to win.
In a short time, you may be a winner. He's a real winner.
You and the office crowd know the Final Four is going down. And you're hoping you're that someone to grab the cash and claim the gold. Well, I guess if you win moolah, you did good for yourself. Well, some use statistics now. And picking random could be wise. Gambling experts just might tell you it's better to go with choosing upsets or just guess that might be smarter. Hell, it's worth a try. You ain't done anything at work yet. You're too busy filling brackets out. When March Madness comes around,
No more fooling around. I gotta get back to work.
What's wrong with you? Get busy.
Oh, boy, the 3's taking all the late money. Not good.
Oh, well.
3 is 3-2. The 1 is 5-2. 4 is 3-1, and the 5 is 9-2. 3 is taking all the late money. Dr. Pleasure with Julian Leparoux. Froggy. So there you go. That's where we are. I got 2 minutes till post time.
Great.
The tension is building. If you cut it with a butter knife. I got my 2 new toilets installed in there. What a day. Well, the 3 went up to 8-5, and now the 1 is down to 5-2 again. The 1 is the Nick Zito horse. The Humper should have given you a tip on that. Told you whether it was the lock of the century or a stifferoonie, something. So Hank saw you and he ran the other way? Is that what you're telling me?
He didn't see us at all. He was on his way to a meeting.
Well, if he couldn't see you, how could you see him? I mean, I realize it's a big target.
Okay, well, we're in the breezeway, because you sat right in front of it when we were doing the autograph things, and he was walking down one end of it, and we're on the other end of it.
Yeah.
And so we saw him, but he didn't see us.
Oh. He was in a meeting?
He's on his way to a meeting that he said he was late for.
With the heads of the 5 families?
I'm sure it was a ESPN production meeting.
Oh, I see. Tomorrow. Oh, that's right, for the Florida Derby tomorrow. That's right. The Humper will be on that telecast, right?
I'm sure.
Speak up a little bit, okay?
I'm sure.
Right. You better get with it. You got $80 riding on this one horse. My God. Oh, now the 1 just got hit back down to 2-1, and the 3's 9-5. 1's taking late money. That's a good sign. It's a good sign. Let's go back to the channel with the race. They're going to the gate.
Forefathers back in action at even money this afternoon. It is a 1-mile race. There's a $48,000 purse for this group, and Forefathers, a horse who was mentioned as a potential Gulfstream Park handicap horse a couple of weeks back, and goes into this spot today looking to score big for the Nick Zito team.
Yeah,
you better hope so.
Looks like a logical choice in there. But, boy, I like how Dr. Pleasure, the 3-horse, ran last time out. This one, who won his previous race at this level, was up at Saratoga. He won that race by, 8 1/4 lengths. That was back on August 10th. Now he's turning back to a mile after a really impressive local return at 9 furlongs. He stalked early, he drew clear late. He defeated $62,500 allowance optional claimants.
Yeah, shut him up. They're in the gate. They're all in. The 1 broke great. 1's going right to the lead.
Started quickly from the inside.
Like I said, the 5's going to the lead. We don't have the 5, but he's a bomb.
Away the best, and Dr. Pleasure is right behind him with Storm and May a close up 4th. Power Game was 5th. He's 5 lengths off the lead.
Are you able to see it?
Yes. Hometown Boy is 8 lengths behind as they leave the chute.
5-3-1.
Spin Master and John Velasquez dictating the pace here.
Hey,
ran an opening quarter in 24-1, and they're clear by 2 over Dr. Pleasure. Forefathers.
1 is the 3rd and moving into the 2nd now. The 5 is 9-2. He's not a bomb.
Hometown Boy is closer now.
The 5 is the one we definitely don't want because you don't even have him covered. But the 1 is coming through on the inside.
Continue up the back stretch. Spin Master a half length. It's moving. Forefathers. Dr. Pleasure right there to the outside. Then it's Power Game, Hometown Boy, and Storm and May. It's now 4.5 lengths off the lead.
This is
at
tense.
the 47 flat half mile.
5-1, 3-4.
Spin Master by a length.
The 1's looking like he's weakening a little bit to me. I don't know.
No,
what are you clapping?
Inside. Then Power Game, Storm and May.
Come on, this piece.
And Hometown Boy is going to
slap him, slice him. I don't think the 1's got a shot.
Spin Master is still out there in front. Ran 3/4 in 1.
Come on now, here it comes.
He's puking his guts out.
Here it comes.
In second is Dr. Pleasure. Power
He's making his move. He's making his move. Come on.
Three's going to win the race. Three got all that money.
Wait. Spin Master, Dr. Pleasure, these two.
You better hope the 3 beats the 5, then at least you cash a little something, not much.
Takes the lead from
there you
Spin
go.
Master Lee.
3-5-4. The one puked his guts out.
Spin Master, Power Game. And
here comes the one now. There he is, dead last.
All right.
The 3's 9 to 5, so you get back about, I don't know, $9.
Yay.
Well, you only bet 20. And George got that $11 from that other ticket.
So he broke even.
Yeah, that's right. You got your $20 back, hot shot. Oh! Boy, the one ran a really, and the one ran, I don't know what he went off. He ran a really bad race. He contended for a while. They came to the top of the stretch. He just puked his guts out like that. And they were talking, oh, our horse is this and this. Yeah, right. Everybody's got a big mouth. But what's his name? He picked the winner. He liked the 3, Nicoletti.
There you go.
Your good friend Ron Nicoletti. See if you'd listen to him and not to me. Sorry to, what's his name, Rick? Sorry, mister. But hey, listen, I do my best, you know.
Hey, you can't win them all.
Pressure. Just unbelievable pressure.
There's lots of fun.
It is. Now, let's see what good movies are on right now that we can catch. Maybe, what's it called song? There Will Be Blood.
Oh, yeah.
I like that last scene there where he hits the fake priest over the head with the repeated bowling pin.
Well, I wanted him to get hit in the head the whole movie. What a bastard in a bastard.
Fake preachers. All these fake preachers like the Reverend.
Yeah, that's redundant.
That's exactly what they need, is being hit over the head about 100 times real hard with a bowling pin. That'll straighten their ass out. That'll cut down on that phony act of theirs. The Long Ships, Bachelor Party, Double Whammy, and Near Dark.
That's for scare.
I want to take her back. Sure you will.
She's got a knife, baby, and he got a gun. How does that work? When one's got a knife, one's got a gun, how's that usually?
One
like
wins
bows and arrows, right?
The other one doesn't, yeah.
Well, that was really disappointing, that one horse, Sormo there, had him right. Look, he was second on the inside. I thought maybe when they came around the last turn, he was going to go zooming by, like we've had a few times, but...
It was exciting.
Puke City. It was exciting?
Yeah,
well, at least you cashed something. That was
right.
Caught the 5. But the 3 went off at a really crappy price, so he's going to pay like $5.60 and the 2 like about $9 something. $9 and change.
It's all good.
There you go.
Yeah.
You see, you get a little something back. Not too much. Now, if George was a real gentleman, he would cover your whole $20 because he, he got that ticket from. Where was that ticket from? Tampa? Oh, Laurel.
Yeah.
Was it Laurel that you cashed?
Yes.
Wow. 52 today and 54 tomorrow, man. We got a heat wave here. This is where it's at, man. Spring has sprung. Oh, and I got to order my pizza.
Oh,
Evening. Says, I just saw Gilbert on the video. What the hell? You actually used to talk to that guy, much less put him on the air? He sounds like he's a perfect partner for the I'm your friend guy. Yeah, I think they're related. I think they might be the same person. Oh, look at this. Rich the Atheist in Orlando says, we missed the boat. The most self-hating Jew is Howard Stern. I'll print it out. We got time? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, here you go. Prime 112, it says, is another typical phony baloney South Beach glitz restaurant that can only be frequented by jocks, rappers, models, movie stars, and coke dealers. Mandich, who loves to portray himself as a regular guy, voice of the common guy, always touts the place and its glamour, etc. It's second only to Joe Stonecraft as in Mandich's Galaxy. Well, that's up to him. By the way, it says, I used to be a Mandich listener and fan, but I got weary of his right-wing crap. Every day he finds a reason to bash Obama and talk up the right wing. He's still doing that crap?
He doesn't do it as much.
Oh, my God. You got to be schmitting me, man. Well, at any rate. Rich, the atheist in Orlando, says, boy, you missed the boat on this one. The most self-hating Jew is Howard Stern. Why would he bullshit the audience for years claiming that his mother was Italian? Italian, my ass. He doesn't want the world to know that he's a mainstream Jew. Hell, he's ashamed of it as you are, and you're both nuts. Oh, yeah, I'm ashamed of being Jewish? That's why I talk Yiddish on the air all the time.
That's right.
Jackass. Judaism is as much as an ethnicity as a religion. You ate what you are, and you are what you are, and you live with it. Most of the people on your poll are Jews or conservatives. The poll should be renamed Jews Who Hate Neil Rogers. In that case, I vote for Mark Levin, a great constitutional lawyer. Oh, this is another right-winger.
Right.
Who served in the Reagan administration, is truly a brilliant guy. In his words, get off the phone, you big dope. Rich the atheist in Orlando, how very sad. Yeah. When you're ashamed of being Jewish, you talk all the Yiddish on the air, right?
That's right. So why are you ashamed?
God. There's a self-hating atheist if I ever heard one.
Hubba bubba.
Right-wing atheist.
Am I putting Howard Stern on the poll?
No.
Okay, good.
I wouldn't put anything Rich in Orlando said. I wouldn't put it even in your ass. Huh. Now, this is very exciting. I got to call in my pizza. And George is going to go cash his tickets.
That's
now,
right.
Does Steve actually cash the tickets for you or what?
He's walking over there to cash them right now.
Wow.
I want my money, man.
I'll give it to you Monday. Okay.
If you think you're going to see that $9 and some odd cent.
Never.
You'll never live to see it. Never live to see it.
Put it in a little baggie.
And the money, too.
Okay.
What are you going to do with $9 and change?
A lot.
In addition to which, what's an atheist in Orlando giving a song to dance about Jews this and Jews that? I'm an atheist in Toronto. But at least, I got my Jewishness wrapped around my tongue.
Is that where it's wrapped?
That's where it's wrapped. I'm a dietary Jew, man.
That's
I love my kreplach and my matzo balls, and I love my
kreplach
stuff. That's right.
Kugel. And your brisket.
A tasket, a tisket. I love that brisket. And my homentashen and my kishki. Oh, if I could just find some good kishki.
How about a knish or two?
I don't like knishes. They're mushy. I don't like mushy food. That's one thing George and I agree upon. Very little, but we do agree on that. We don't like mushy food.
O'Neal. It's Steve. In Miami town. At 560 WQAM. Ramadan, 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 Ramadan. It means a lot to me. Ramadan, Ramadan, Ramadan. I'm bowing on my knees so I can well and wide. I'm a hustling, bustling Muslim all the way. I pray for painful death to pigs in USA. My religion says that you must die in the sky on your next flight. I want you to die today. Ramadan, Ramadan, Ramadan. Allah is proud of me. Ramadan, Ramadan, Ramadan. I follow brainlessly with no regard for human life. Bow, bow, bow. Ramadan. 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 Bow, bow, bow. I want to celebrate the Ramadan, Ramadan, Ramadan. Allah will be proud of me. Ramadan, Ramadan, Ramadan. Ramadan, Ramadan, Ramadan. Ramadan, 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 Ramadan. Bow, bow, bow.